keeping, rolling to his right. Wants to look downfield.
He did not make it. He didn't make it.
We held him.
Unbelievable.
He's going to throw the ball. He's got a man deep.
He's got it.
Look, he's got a man in the middle.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
We win!
Touchdown!
And good evening from Erie Veterans Stadium. The Titusville Rockets are taking on the Mercyhurst Prep Lakers. And our coverage of Titusville Rocket football is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, by Bayless Fuel Service, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Larry's Auto Service, by True Value Hardware, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Armstrong, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by the Titusville Dairy Products Company, by Joe Taylor Ford, by Farmers National Bank, by the Titusville Area Hospital, Meadville Medical Center, by the Blue Canoe Brewery, by the Titusville Moose Family Center, by the Barking Lot, by Wagner's Gun Tech, by the Oil Country Federal Credit Union, by Corky's Pizza and Subs, by Family Video, and by the Titusville Beverage. And again, welcome the Rockets and the Lakers here, week 3 of high school football. We are at Erie Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's the 0-2 Rockets and the 2-0 Lakers. We welcome Jim Bodemer and Steve Bodemer and our broadcast crew. Camera operators tonight, Mark Heim and Nick Wigg. Hi, guys.
Look, good to be with you, and it's good to be with all you folks. Glad you tuned in to Rocket football this evening. Going to be a tough game, Steve. We're taking on a very good Mercyhurst prep team, good in size, and we suspected, as we talked before the season even began, that this might be the number 1 team in District 10 for this AAA division. But Titusville's got their hands full tonight. They're going to have to come out and play very, very well against a good prep team.
Yeah, they're going to have to. We've been watching them. We've been here for a little bit watching the teams warm up, watching Mercyhurst prep. And they are everything they're advertised as. They are big. They look to be fast, probably very strong. This is going to be a good football team. We're going to have to play very well to try to come out of here with a win.
One of the things we were watching so often comes down to special teams. I'm not sure tonight's game will, but I was watching the special teams out here. Their kickers are very good. They're kicking 50-yard field goals. They're punting the ball 50, 60 yards. Kickoffs are going 60 yards. So it looks to me like they got a pretty strong game all the way through. On the other side of the coin, Steve, Titusville coming in 0-2, having a lot of trouble putting points on the board so far this year. I think we scored 20 and given up 84. So it's going to be a really tough get-go. Got to get a good start, get some points on, get some confidence in your offense, and see if we can do something different here this evening.
Well, they're going to have to score early. I think the bigger question here is up front. We've got 5 guys. They're decent size. They're going to be on the underside tonight as Mercyhurst Prep is a little bit bigger than us, but we've got to develop a push up front offensively. Defensively, we're going to have to get some penetration. You got to slow them down in the backfield if you're going to have any hope tonight, and that's going to come from the defensive front.
As Luke said, we're at the Veterans Stadium here in Erie, Pennsylvania. A good ball game. Looking forward to it here this evening as we continue. Pre-game show will continue on. We'll be right back. We've got some things coming up here, Luke. We've had a chance to talk to Coach Hancock.
Yeah, that's coming up next during the Larry's Auto Service Blue Canoe pregame show. Coach Hancock, we sat down with him, and that's coming up next.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net. met.
A stranger, crazy, or quirkier group of dog lovers cannot be found. We've looked, and that's what you'll find at the Barking Lot in Titusville. Dogs love us because we love dogs. We do everything we can to make sure our clients, dogs, not people, are completely comfortable and happy when they come to our shop. We've worked hard to create a safe, happy, and wholesome environment for everyone. We offer grooming, daycare, and boarding. Plus, you'll find a few products that our clients will love, and so will their owners. So bring your pups in and let them discover their new home away from home, the Barking Lot on Franklin Street in Titusville.
Interstate Pipe and Supply means it when we say service means business. With a knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering, we can answer your questions and fill your orders, big job or small. Covering multiple applications and industries, we're not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. We are locally owned and make it our #1 priority to keep our customers returning and happy. We have been a staple in the Titusville community for 40 plus years. Stop in today and let us service you. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year.
Welcome back to the Rocket pregame show. Joining us now is coach of the Titusville Rockets, Tom Hancock. Good to see you, Coach. Coming into week 3, let's recap what happened in week 2 and what improvements did you see from week 1 to week 2?
Well, I mean, we were able to move the ball at times that I thought was positive, certainly, but you kind of take 2 steps forward, 1 step back all the time. So we either got into penalty trouble or we had some dropped fumbles there, so mishandled the snaps. Those types of things kind of put us behind the 8 ball a little bit.
You were happy to have an extra week of practice from week 1. It feels like with the kids going back to school, they were getting settled in a little bit.
A little bit.
You're coming off the Labor Day weekend, but you still had, again, some solid practices this week.
Right.
What happened this week that you liked?
Well, I think, again, we didn't like the end result. So, we weren't just going to go back into it thinking, well, we'll just stick with it and hope things get better. We make active changes. Some people say, well, you're gambling. Well, true, but, I think we gave some of our older kids enough time to develop there, and plus they've had some experience, and if they're not getting the job done that we hope to get done, we got to make some changes. And sometimes that spurs them to come up and raise their game too, so that's what we've tried to do this week.
But you've always done that. It's been fun to watch.
True.
There'll be a play and you'll do something, and it's like, that was unexpected. But at the same time, that's great. And it's either good or bad. It either works or it doesn't. But to be standing there and to look at yourself and the other coaches and say, yeah, you know what, let's gamble, let's try it.
Sure. I mean, a lot of times, 4th downs, punts, those types of things, everybody thinks, well, you should. Well, let's look at some stats too. In the last 2 games, we've given up 3 punt returns. Our coverage isn't where it needs to be. So, if you're on your side of the ball, you might as well try, especially deep in, you might as well try for that 4th down and just throw it up. Sometimes kids get a little nervous and don't trust to throw it up. I mean, we'll throw it up, and the worst that can happen is, they intercept it, but that's like a punt then. So that's kind of what we were thinking in those situations. We did it a couple times.
What elements do you take from the game and make sure that the kids understand before going to the next game, and how much of it do you just say, okay, forget about that, we're on to the next challenge?
Sure. You have to do that in some situations. We've tried to learn from these 2. We really haven't said, that's it, throw the baby out with the bathwater, let's start it again. We've had to learn each week, and again, we've got brand new kids, and ask them to step up a lot, and the speed of the game has been challenging for them, so to say the least.
Week 3 of high school football, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
3 weeks in. Big game tonight, big team tonight, probably maybe the biggest one on the schedule.
Absolutely. I think they've retooled themselves. They had a strong young team last year. They've got a more experienced team, a much bigger, stout team, and then they also had some nice I don't know what the word is, recruiting. They had a good offseason.
No, not at this level.
But they have brought some kids in that certainly will complement. They had a strong run game, but now they have an equally threatening pass game. So it'll be a tough challenge for sure.
Do you, when you go into a challenge like this, obviously you expect the kids to step up and to do big things, but is there a list of smaller things like, okay, if they can do this, this, and this, then that's successful? Right.
We got to, it's fundamental football. You got to go back to, we've been not happy with how we've been wrapping and finishing tackles. So, we really spent some time on doing that. Try to put the kids in positions where, we're not going to go toe-to-toe with their size, but they still have to be disciplined enough not to get washed out, those types of things. So are there drills you can do to help them with that? Sure. When they feel that pressure, they either got to fight back against it or make a pile and do those types of things, especially for our front four. We've done some of that. Then we've got some, scheming is one thing, but you never really win games just by scheme alone. But we've got some things in, I think, this week where we try to hurry up all the time, mostly in our offense. But it's more ball control for a week like this, and hope you're hanging in there around the end so something big can happen. Kids excited about playing at the stadium? I think so. They're when was the last time you were there? Well, this one, this will be Mercyhurst, right? I just know we have a big game. There's a big game, and Coach, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Rocket pregame show will continue right after this.
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Healing Heroes is an opportunity for Armstrong and our communities to give back. We've partnered with Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs, which rescues, raises, and individually trains the highest caliber service and assistance dogs at their facility in Williston, Florida. They are then paired with veterans with disabilities such as PTSD, seizure disorders, and more. If you would like to help, visit facebook.com/Armstrong One Wire and click the Healing Heroes tab. Together, we can unleash the power to heal.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the Stream's Titusville Rocket sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Blue Canoe Brewery pregame show here from Erie's Veteran Memorial Stadium. Big game tonight, guys.
Yeah, it really is. I was interested in Coach Hancock's conversation, Steve. We've talked a lot of times about sports around the house and even on our broadcast.
No, never.
And even some fights. And the neat thing is that it comes right back to fundamentals. I kind of chuckled when I heard Tom say, well, we're really working the fundamentals, wrapping. We talk about that all the time. The quarterback stepping in and throws, et cetera, et cetera. And right away, after 2 games, he's right back to fundamentals. We've got to get back to strong fundamentals. And see whether or not they can do it tonight.
Well, yeah, fundamentals are going to set up everything else that you're going to do. And if we can't get, if you don't have the proper footwork, if you're stepping with the right foot when you're supposed to step with the left, it takes you slower to get around to try to get a block, an angle block on a defensive end. It's hard to hook that line and control the line of scrimmage that way. So, you got to go to fundamentals. You've got to get yourself set up to make proper plays, and that all begins with the very basics, and that's the same in any sport.
It's a really good night for football here. I thought when we come in it was pretty cloudy, and I wasn't sure what we were going to get, but it's cleared off. Of course, we're in turf field here in the stadium, but it's going to be pretty nice, kind of a cool night. Right now, game forecast 58 degrees, mostly cloudy. So we got Bill down on this field someplace with us. We'll get down to Bill. He's brought to you tonight by Titusville Dairy Products and Hasbrook Sand and Gravel on a wireless mic. Bill, what do you have down that way?
Bill's not quite ready.
I see.
Brian DeFonso is distracting him right now.
I can't believe Brian would distract anybody.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you want to look at...
I'm trying to flag him down. Well, I'm not landing a 747 here.
Hey, remember, we're near the...
I'm near the airport?
Yeah,
okay.
Just giving you a heads up on that.
We get something coming in here. Yeah, okay. What do you need?
Last year, quite interesting. Of course, not to dwell on last year, and we're just putting up
just a comparison to take a look at. Last year you had an 8-1 team. You kind of like to... I hate to give up that memory, but last Titusville was a 35-28 win, and that was one of the few games where the defense had to step up and hold on to that victory at the end of the ball game. Titusville ran for 151 yards compared to Mercyhurst 185, and we're expecting that to be the same way tonight. Mercyhurst to run the ball very well. The difference in last year's ball game, Titusville had 172 yards passing compared to Mercyhurst's 95. And as we heard Tom Hancock talk about it in his interview with you, they've made some recruiting additions. They've gained a couple of things. One of them is a tight end who was not here last year that's here this year. That's going to boost their passing attack. So look for that 95 yards to go up this year. 323 total yards for Titusville last year to 200 and some for Mercyhurst. So, if Titusville doesn't come out of this ready to play, if they don't come out of the locker room ready to go, get their heads into the ball game early, those numbers are going to be reversed and possibly a lot worse.
We're going to take a quick timeout, come back. We'll go down to the field to Bill McCrillis on the wireless mic, get those field conditions and what the atmosphere is like down on the field. We're going to be going to Bill right after this quick timeout. This is the Larry's Auto Service Blue Canoe Brewery pregame show. Rocket football coming up here shortly.
Bayless Fuel in Titusville carries a full line of automotive and truck maintenance supplies, like Wix filters, the best performing, most reliable filters in the world. Interstate Batteries, the #1 replacement brand battery in North America. Bayless Fuel also carries motor oils, greases, and specialty lubricants, like hydraulic oils, transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and more. Let the friendly staff find the right product for the job at hand. Bayless Fuel on South Brown Street in Titusville.
It's Joe Taylor Ford's 16th anniversary, and we want to say thank you. Thank you for making Joe Taylor Ford your first choice when purchasing a new or used vehicle. So for this month only, we're giving away some cool stuff. Stop in anytime and register for chances to win every Monday, no purchase necessary. We want to say thank you for 16 great years of business. Oh, and while you're here, check out the Ford F-150 or Ford Escape. So hurry on in to Joe Taylor Ford and celebrate with us. Route 257 in Seneca.
You could be my love, even if the sky is falling down. I know that we'll be safe and sound.
So many Americans struggle with finances. Starting today, State Farm is here to help, giving us all the chance to simply sit down and learn. Visit letstarttoday.com or talk to an agent.
We're safe and sound.
The Titusville Moose Family Center number 84 is a proud supporter of Titusville Rocket Athletics. And just like in Rocket Sports, the Titusville Moose Lodge is committed to working together to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Titusville Moose Family Center contributes thousands of dollars into scholarship opportunities for area students, in addition to supporting other nonprofit entities in our own backyard. Students, get involved with your community and make a difference. Good luck, Rockets, and know we'll always be cheering for you from the Titusville Moose Family Center.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Blue Canoe Brewery pregame show. We go down to the field to Bill McCrillis on the wireless mic, brought to you this evening by the Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. Bill, What's going on down the field?
Hey, it's beautiful down here. You couldn't get the turf any better than it is right here. For what, about 20 years old this field is, Jim, I think?
Well, I don't know. I'm not old enough to really understand that, Bill. But
oh, yes, you are.
Yeah, I think. In fact, I think they put turf down here about 4 years ago. I'm not really sure. But I think that's what, if I remember right. But nonetheless, it's nice to be on the turf when you're up around the Erie County because you get so much rain. But it's 58 degrees up here, and it should be fairly decent down there. There's not much wind.
No, it's not. It's really calm down here in the field. And Titusville looks like they might want to play tonight. They're kind of up and perky, a lot more perkier than they have been. Let's put it that way.
Well, I hope so, because they got a tough team to come up against here with Mercyhurst Prep. Titusville Rockets down in the field, as you can see, and the Mercyhurst Prep Lakers are coming out of the locker room at the present time on the south side of the field, and they'll be coming out here pretty quick. We'll be going back down to Bill for the wireless. So tough ball game, Steve, and when you're coaching a game like this and you know that your line's smaller than their line, they got some really good backs. They got a big kid in the wideout at 6'3", 235. They got a tight end at 6'4", 245. So how do you talk to your defensive backs and who have to cover these big wides and these big tight ends?
Well, basically, it's you've got to first of all you got to understand the coverage that you're going to be in, whether it's a man coverage, zone coverage, how to match up, and then you have to, through the coaches' scouting reports, you're going to say what kind of patterns these guys like to run. The wideouts, do they like to go deep? Do they like to try to force you to start back pedal, turn your hips, and then break it off to an out pattern? And you just go repetition throughout the week on reading these, and you'll see them here as they read patterns in out routes or in routes or whatever they like to do with either backs, wide receivers, tight ends, whatever it is. And, through the repetition of the week, you've got to adjust to it, read it, and react to it, and do your fundamentals when it comes time to tackle or get the hand in there, keep the hands off, whatever it is you've got to do.
I wonder if we'll see more zone defense with the size of these guys tonight and the speed. We've been playing pretty much man coverage the first couple ball games, so I think that's going to be important in lieu of Coach saying that they've picked up their passing game this year and co-host with their running game. And they're pretty much a 50-50 ball club now.
There's a lot of things that I think are options defensively for Titusville yet that we haven't seen a whole lot of. You can go zone in the pass defense. There's also a possibility of sending more than one backer, bringing a corner off the edge. Different blitz packages may be involved tonight. You got to do something here. And like he talked about, some people will call it gambling, but you've got to do something to try to get your ball club on the winning side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, and we haven't done a whole lot of, at least I haven't noticed, a whole lot of blitzing so far this year. So that might be a package you will see tonight to try to slow this thing down a little bit. Of course, the gamble in that is that they get by in that first tier.
You've got some yardage to gain, but the other side of that coin is for Titusville is you've got nothing to lose. You've got something, a trick up your sleeve, this is the game to do it in.
And he talked about gambling. We're going to go back down the field to Bill McCrillis. The officials have the captains for both teams out on the field and introducing themselves to one another, and we'll have the results of the toss of the coin here in just a second.
Let's have a good, hard, clean game. Now, to reiterate, we had the coin toss earlier. Black won the toss. They chose to receive. Titusville, you chose to defend the scoreboard. Correct? Sir. All right, Black, step behind me. White, step that way.
And so Mercyhurst will be receiving. Titusville will kick off, and we'll get a chance right off the bat to see how the Rockets are going to scheme this thing defensively.
All right, guys. Quick timeout. We'll come back. We've got kickoff just moments away from Erie. It's the Rockets and the Lakers. As we wrap up the Larry's Auto Service Blue Canoe Brewery pregame show. Kickoff coming up next.
Farmers National Bank has always been committed to the communities they serve. It's part of our mission to remain an independent community bank where the art of a handshake has not been lost. We continue to strive to offer the highest standard in industry competitive products and services. We act not only to benefit the bank, but our customers, businesses, communities, and our employees, because we know our employees pride themselves in their work and serving their communities. When you invest with us, you can be proud to know that we're investing it right back, and that's the way it should be. We're Farmers National Bank. Go Rockets!
The The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence.
Sometimes a project becomes more than just checking off your to-do list.
Behind every project is a true value, with locations in Titusville and in Franklin. Whether you're a hunter, sports shooter, or collector, you'll want to come in and check out the all-new Wagner's Gun Tech. Wagner's Gun Tech is now open on State Highway 27 in Titusville, carrying a great selection of quality guns, ammunition, gun safes, and more. Wagner's Gun Tech is buying, selling, and trading firearms. They also offer expert gun repair and appraisal, and coming soon, professional gunsmithing. Wagner's friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you find just what you're looking for. Call them at 775-0688, or better yet, stop into Wagner's Gun Tech, Route 27, Titusville.
Welcome to Titusville Area School District's presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on the Stream.
And we are just moments away from tonight's ball game, the Rockets and the Lakers here in Erie. We welcome you to our coverage tonight, week 3 of high school football. Jim Bodemer getting set to bring you the play-by-play action. Steve Bodemer doing color commentary. Bill McCrillis on the wireless mic. I'm Luke Rio. Camera operators tonight on the TV side include Mark Heim and Mr. Nick Wigg. Bill, you set to go down there? Take that as a yes.
All set to go.
There we go. Jim, we'll hand it over to you as we wrap up the Larry's Auto Service Blue Canoe Brewery pregame show.
All set to go. Titus will be kicking off to Mercyhurst Prep, waiting for the teams to come out. We'll try to get you the deep men for Mercyhurst Prep when they come out. It looks like number 21 will be going out there, Montefiore. And number 5, it looks like Barnes, will be the 2 men back deep. Of course, kicking off will be Harvey for Titusville Rockets as they come out now on the 40-yard line to get this game underway. Once again, big ball game. Mercyhurst Prep coming in 2-0. Titusville 0-2. And we're looking for Titusville maybe to step it up here. I like to, again, going back to Coach Hancock's comments, Luke was talking to him, Steve, picking up some of these little things. Can we get some of these little things together here this evening and get us to a good start? We'll see. Harvey set to go, waiting for the whistle. And he approaches the ball. We're underway. The kick's a short kick. It's going to be taken at the 30, rolls down to the 20, and now inside the 20 to the 15. Picked up at that spot. Picked up by Barnes. Barnes going to be brought down at about the 12. Checked at the 17-yard line. So kind of a muff play right off the get-go for Mercyhurst Prep.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The up guy reached up to catch it and just kind of bounced it off his hands. And then Barnes, trying to pick it up, kind of looked up, I think, and then he missed it. And then by that time, we had enough kids down there to make the tackle. So Titusville starts off with a pretty decent play on special teams.
Jacob Brooks will be the quarterback for the Lakers, 6'3", 205. And we'll check his wideouts as we go along. Number 21 is out there also. I'll get a hold of him here at Montefiore. They keep 2 backs in. One in the wing right. Rolling to his right. Brooks got a man deep. Throws up short, and he's going to be hit and brought down for maybe a loss of 1 on the play. They had a guy deep, didn't he?
Could be. Yeah, they did. That's a good play there by Parker Harvey, but the quarterback missed him. The tight end was on the left side. He runs down the field pretty much all by himself behind the defense at about the 45-yard line. Quarterback never looked deep, tried to hit Barnes short, and that'll be no gain. Good play by Parker Harvey coming up there from the linebacker spot.
Pick up a second down and 10. No gain on the play. Again, 2 in the backfield. Close snap. Ball's getting up to the first man through. Big hole. Comes out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. We'll check and see. I believe that was Barnes again. Check his number when they get up. It's really hard to see the Prep numbers. They're in black uniforms trimmed with green and white.
They had a good hole opening there, but it was a nice tackle there by Jack Garrett, coming in there making a tackle, keeping it in third and 6, let's say.
Lakita comes to the wing on the left side. They got a man wide right. Third down play. The ball's given up. No. First man through. Breaks the tackle. He's out across the 35, 40, 45. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. I don't think we're going to get him. He's down to the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. No flags. Mercyhurst Prep with a 78-yard gain. TD. Well, I thought we had him early there. Big hole. And I thought we were going to get him kind of early there, Steve, but we're unable to do so. Who was the ball carrier? I missed his number.
That was Zach Helsley. You're going to see here, and it's just, they look at the opening they have right up the middle. Number 12 for Titus, and I don't have our roster, so I'm not sure who that is. He came up, didn't break down, tried to lunge at ankles, and ended up not getting the tackle. And that's Tony Perez trying to make the tackle early. Once he got beyond there, it was all over. It was a foot race, and he wins that race easy into the end zone.
Boback to kick for the Prep, leading 6-0. First series. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. 10:27 to go, first quarter, and right off the get-go, in 3 plays, Mercyhurst Prep takes it to the house, scores the first TD. They're up 7-0.
Well, if you can take anything positive out of this opening drive for Mercyhurst Prep for Titusville, is you had a good play on first down by Parker Harvey on the screen pass, and you had a good play by Jack Garrett on a tackle, giving up 3-4 yards, making it a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah.
And you had him where you wanted. You had the down and distance once. You won that minor battle. Then a breakdown, open up a gaping hole up the middle on you, and this is what we thought would happen. The size of their front 5 on offense is they're very big and they can move. So they got a big hole, and we missed that one chance at the tackle, and they beat us to the end zone.
Titusville now will come out to receive, and they're going to put Parker Harvey back this time for the Titusville Rockets, along with Landon Palma. They're standing back at the 10-yard line. Again, the Prep has a very good kicker in this, Mr. Bobek. We were watching him kick off earlier, and I'm not sure what to see if he's going to do the kicking. I believe that's who it is, Michael Bobek. He's a senior, 5'11", 195. Up on the 20-yard line for Titusville. Let me check some numbers here. Appears to be Zaid Crawford on the far side, and I'm not sure who's on the near side here for Titusville, but a little different lineup here in the kickoff situation for Titusville as Bobek gets set, and the kick is going to come down and going to go into the end zone and out of the end zone. Titusville get a first down and 10 out at the 20, so good kickoff. One of the things that's nice to see out there, I just noticed too, Steve Zadarko's back in the lineup here this evening. He missed last week, so it's good to see him back.
Yeah, might have had a minor injury there that kept him out of last week's ball game, but back in there tonight to join his friends and hopefully help us get some holes opened up against this Mercyhurst defense.
Titusville will send 2 left, 2 right. Parker Harvey's in the backfield along with Garrett. Waiting for the snap. Garrett now looks things over. Prep shows a bit of a blip. Now they put a man in motion. That sign's going to the left. Ball's given off to Harvey. He keeps it, goes to the outside, and he's going to get nothing. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play, trying to go to the left side. So Harvey with the first carry, we're going to give him a loss of 2. So bring up a second down and 12, back to the Titusville 18.
I think that was Michael Line that came in the defensive end for Mercyhurst Prep. He's going to come through here and just follow this read option. We just don't get a body on him, and the tackle is just not quick enough to step down. That's one of those fundamentals, stepping right foot instead of left foot when he's got to get into the inside. 2
left, 2 to the right for Titusville. Once again, same set. Garrett taking his time. Now we're going to make a shift. We're going to bring Ford to the right side, put a tight end in Stover on the right side with trips to the right. Now they put Jacobson in motion to the left. A lot of motion. Garrett's going to keep it, try to come up through the middle. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, pick up about 2 in the play. on the quarterback keeper. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
We're seeing, out of these first two plays, we're seeing a lot of movement by Titusville in the preset, and this is Jack's alone in the backfield, and he just sees what he thinks is an opening. The quick fill there by the linebackers of Mercyhurst Prep to stop him for just a 2-yard gain.
3rd down and 10 for Titusville. The ball is at their own 20. We're just underway. Prep leading 7-0. 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Doubles now again, both sides for Titusville. See if we reset. Garrett taking a lot of time. And now they move the receivers up in the wings, or in the slots up on the line. The ball is given off to Harvey. Harvey's out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Somebody grabbed an ankle in there. He might have picked up a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he had a good 5-7 yard run on that, but somebody just barely got in there, grabbed a hold of that foot, just like we were talking earlier. Here you're going to see Parker Harvey. He's on the right side of Garrett. He's going to come to the left side, and there's an opening there, real quick opening right there. You see the grabbing of the foot and brings him down for a short gain.
Harvey now back to punt. He'll get the kick away from the Titusville 10-yard line. So it'll be a 3-and-out for Titusville in their first possession. Low snap, can get the kick away. Good kick coming down the right side, and it's going to go out of bounds. So it's going to come up probably a fairly short kick when they spot it. The official's going to have to walk down the sideline to see where it came out. And they're going to spot it at about the Titusville 45-yard line. So not that much yardage. I thought it was going to be a little further than that. Mercyhurst Prep take over in the second series. 1st down and 10 from their Titusville 45-yard line.
The Titusville's defense now is going to have to step up. You give him, they end up with a short field here, just 45 yards away. So, Titusville, one of the things we'd like to see the defense try to do too a little bit tonight, if possible, is try to get a hand in there, rip a ball free, try to get some turnovers to help your offense.
Prep out of the huddle. You got a man in the slot left. The ball's given off to the tailback coming to the left side. He's got a school out in front of him. Nice job by Harvey. Can't get him. Ball carries it to 20, 10, and in for the score. Coming wide to the left, I thought we had a shot. Parker Harvey had a pretty good angle on him. Was unable to make the tackle, and Prep takes it right down into the end zone on one play.
This is just a sweep here to the left side, and we see there's Garrett missed him, and Parker Harvey missed him. And this is what we talked about. You're sending people in to try to make a play on it, and that's Jack Garrett coming in there, rushing in there. Good read by Jack, just a little bit off on the angle, and this is what happens. They get the corners, and they're down, and they get another touchdown.
Bobek to attempt the extra point. Snap, placement, the kick is up, and the kick is drilled through. 7:58 to go first quarter. It's Mercyhurst Prep 14, Titusville nothing.
Physical therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at AndersonPhysicalTherapy.net. Whether you're a hunter, sports shooter, or collector, you'll want to come in and check out the all-new Wagner's Gun Tech. Wagner's Gun Tech is now open on State Highway 27 in Titusville, carrying a great selection of quality guns, ammunition, gun safes, and more. Wagner's Gun Tech is buying, selling, and trading firearms. They also offer expert gun repair and appraisal, and coming soon, professional gunsmithing. Wagner's friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you find just what you're looking for. Call them at 775-0688, or better yet, stop into Wagner's Gun Tech, Route 27, Titusville.
7:58 to go in the first quarter. Titus was down 14-0. So see if we can get something going here in the second drive. Unable to pick up but 2 yards in the first drive before we kicked. Kickoff's going to go down, and it's going to go into the end zone, and that's where Harvey will take it. It'll be a touchback. And Titus will bring it out and take first down and 10 at their 20.
Well, that's a big weapon if you've got a kid that can kick the ball into the end zone, because it just kills the play. There's no chance for a run back at all. Once that breaks that goal line in high school, it's just a dead ball, and it comes out to the 20.
Hey, I want to say good evening to Bill Brown, who posts on Facebook. Thanks for broadcasting the football games. It really means a lot to be able to cheer on my hometown team from Colorado. Thanks again.
Well, thank you, Bill. Good to hear from you. Appreciate that. It's always good to hear from our listeners. We sometimes wonder if we're up here by ourselves. Sometimes we never mind. Titusville first down and 10. We get doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Garrett still a quarterback with Harvey in the backfield. Again, taking a lot of time on the snap. Got Harvey coming to the right. Garrett looking down the field. Got a man up short. Throws a little bit behind him. He's trying to go to Jacobson out at about the 26-yard line. And he was there, but the ball was thrown just a couple steps behind them. Incomplete. Second down 10.
This is a good job here by the line. There's no pass rush. Jack's got all day to throw it. Just step into it. You know, everything seems to be with Jack right now. Everything's trying to do it with the arm. Step into it with that left foot and then throw the ball.
Second down and 10 for Titusville. Again, doubles both sides for the Rockets. Now they bring the slot into the wing left. Waiting for the snap. Garrett gives the ball off to the first man through, and he's hit and wrapped up immediately. A loss of about 1 or 2 in the play. And coming up there, number 55 for that'd be Mike Allen, I believe is his name. 6'4", 265, big boy. Made the stop, loss of a couple on the play. Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up a third down and 11 for Titusville.
And there you can see he's just beating us off the point at the point of attack. You see too many white jerseys and high numbers standing and not into the black jerseys. We've got to get a better push up front.
Titusville again will send doubles both sides. Now they put a man in motion. They're going to bring Jacobson to the right side, so we'll have trips on the right, single on the left. Parker Harvey in the backfield with Garrett. Titusville's lineman trying to check the blitzers that come to blitz. Garrett's trying to get outside. The ball's intercepted at the 30, and we have a flag down at the 10. I think it's going to be roughing the passer on, I believe, that is going to be on Damon Wilcock.
That is the call. It's going to be roughing the passer. Here's just a straight rollout, and he's coming from the back side, the right front side there. And
late hit.
Yeah, it was late. He had plenty of time there, but that's just that ball had to come out a lot quicker from Jack Garrett. We had an opening there, I think, a little bit easier to try to squeeze that ball in, but by the time he saw the receiver, the defensive back had closed the gap and made the pick.
So instead of an interception, Titusville will get the penalty. Actually, Prep will get the penalty. Titusville will take advantage of it. And officials are discussing this. Is this back to that 10-7?
No, I don't think so. I think the funny thing was the way the lead official was looking at the football. It was almost like, wait a minute, we've got a Mercyhurst football in here with Titusville on offense because both schools bring their own balls.
The ball's taken out to the 34-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for Titusville. So they'll keep the drive going and get something moving here for Titusville.
This is the break you've got to take advantage of here.
Titusville will send doubles again to the left. The wide side of the field will be to Titusville's left. They're running from north to south in the field. Now they're going to send trips to the left side. They're going to stack 3 over on the left side. Keep a single wide out on the right. On the snap. Garrett throws over the middle. It's complete. Cost the 50, the 45. It's Stover. He's down inside the 45 to the 35, almost to the 33-yard line.
This is a good catch by Laird Stover here, because I didn't think that's who he was throwing it to when that ball left his hand. We had 2 receivers, both of them up at the top of the screen, and they're both coming across the middle. That's Ryan Sines, and right 3 yards behind him is Laird Stover. I think somebody's running the wrong route there, and there's a good catch by Stover and a good run after the catch. Titusville finally in Mercyhurst Prep territory, that by the Oil Creek Plastics replay.
First down and 10, Titusville at the Prep 33. That was a Rocket version of a pick play. Jacobson comes wide to the right now. We trip him up on the right side. Single to the left with Stover. Garrett gives the ball to Harvey. Harvey, nice hole out across the 30, inside the 30 to about the 27. Good job on the left side of the line over there.
Nice job here up front now. Now you see a little bit of spark, a little bit from the Titusville offense. Good job on the left side. We get a good gain here. Pulling guard. Need to get a little bit better block into there on the defensive end, but you got enough of them to pick up 5 yards. Good job up front.
Titusville with 2 to the right. Now they bring in Signs, and they're going to trip on the right side with Vroman, Signs, and Jacobson. This is usually a student body right, and it's going to be Garrett's bringing it across. Got to get to the outside. Gets the block. He's across the 30, knocked out of bounds at about the 27. So maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Just couldn't get to the outside for the block.
No, I couldn't get it outside, but earlier in the play, I thought maybe there's a chance to cut that up a little bit earlier at the hash mark, where I thought he had maybe a slight opening to pick up a few yards there. Right in here, he's going to right there, and a cutback off of Parker. Yeah, you might have had a little bit of a chance. A good pursuit by Prep, but I think we might have picked up a couple there.
Vroman and Signs on the right side. You have Stover and Jacobson on the left. Now they're going to bring Jacobson back over to the right side, and they're going to stack him once again on the right in trips. Garrett dropping straight back to throw. He's going to pull it down, go to the left side. Got to get a blow. He slips and falls. Turf toe got him.
That's one of the things I don't like about turf. It does tend to be a little bit slicker than just regular grass because you're not digging into anything there.
Hey, I want to know why Bill didn't get rid of that turf monster down there.
Nope, you always have a turf monster. No matter what you do, there's got to be one around here.
Bill McCrillis on the wireless mic tonight, brought to you by the Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel.
4th down and 9 for Titusville at the 32-yard line of Prep. Titusville has doubles to the right, and now they're going to bring 3 to the right. Palma comes to the right side and stacks in there. And 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Got a man deep. If he can get to him, man, he shows it up short. I believe that was... Now let me take a quick look here for Titusville.
I think that was Tony Perez. Yeah. And not a bad decision there by Jack Garrett. Just didn't quite make the throw he wanted to make on that. But you're down 14-0. You're 0-2, and you've got 4th, and you're finally on the opponent's side of the field. Take a shot deep. If they pick it off, just make a tackle. That's the only other thing you got to do there. But not bad. A little bit of life out of the Titusville offense here in the first quarter.
4:50 to go in the first quarter. Titusville down 14-0. Third possession now for Mercyhurst Prep. They keep 2 in the backfield with the quarterback. Brooks dropping straight back to throw. Has a man over the middle of Motello, and the ball is thrown short. Out about the 50-yard line. Not a really good-looking throw right there.
No, Jack Alon in coverage there alone. I think, Jack Alon. I got 2 number 11s here. I'm not too sure whether that's...
That's great. Oh, you do, don't you?
Yeah, I do have 2 number 11. Maybe that was Jack Garrett. I'm sorry. Jack Garrett and Tony Perez in coverage there. Not in a bad position there.
No, they had good coverage on. 2nd down, 10. Single to the right, doubles to the left for the Prep. Rolling to his left is the quarterback, Brooks. Now he's going to pull it down and run. Comes across the 30, the 35, the 40, and he's wrapped up and knocked down at about the 40-yard line.
And we've talked about fundamentals, and you heard Coach Hancock talk about it in the pregame interview about tackling. You watch this tackle here. This is Titusville's best tackler coming in on this, and this is Lucci DeRose. He's going to bring the ball down. There's nothing open downfield, so he did a nice job here. But watch DeRose. First contact is going to be with what? Shoulders. We get shoulders in there. We're making shoulder tackles and not reaching out with an arm. That's what more of our guys have to do on defense.
3rd down and short. 3rd down and 2 for Prep. High formation to the fullback, out across the 42. He's out, gets to the outside. He's just midfield, down to the 45, and knocked out of bounds at the Titusville 37, about the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a good hustle play here. DeRose again is trying to run him down from the backside. I wasn't too sure whether or not he'd catch him or not. I thought this young man here would have a little bit more speed than what we've seen so far. Barnes, had a big game against us last year. And he got to the outside, obviously picks up a 1st down and gets on Titusville's side of the field.
Knocked out of bounds at the Titusville 36, 1st down and 10 Prep. They'll send a wide out to the left. Again, difficult picking up numbers for Prep in their uniform colors. 2 men in the wing, 1 left, 1 right. Quarterback's rolling to his left, looking downfield, has a man over the middle, all by himself, and it is complete. Touchdown. You can see that coming up, and that's to Jesse Lakita. 6'3", 235 senior, big boy, and he receives the pass at about the 5 and walks into the end zone with it. Had us beat.
Get us beat deep here, and we just, excuse me, we lose track of him, the safety on that side.
Big time.
Just lost track of him. A good receiver will take it deep. If you turn your head, lose track of him, and lose contact with the receiver, they're going to go deep, and that's what happened there.
20-0 here in the first quarter. Prep. Snap. The kick is up and good by Babcock. With 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. Mercyhurst Prep 21. Titusville nothing.
Hi, Gary. Opportunity for Armstrong and our communities to give back. We've partnered with Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs, which rescues, raises, and individually trains the highest caliber service and assistance dogs at their facility in Williston, Florida. They are then paired with veterans with disabilities such as PTSD, seizure disorders, and more. If you would like to help, visit facebook.com/Armstrong1Wire and click the Healing Heroes tab. Together, we can unleash the power to heal.
A stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers cannot be found. We've looked, and that's what you'll find at the parking lot in Titusville. Dogs love us because we love dogs. We do everything we can to make sure our clients, dogs, not people, are completely comfortable and happy when they come to our shop. We've worked hard to create a safe, happy, and wholesome environment for everyone. We offer grooming, daycare, and boarding. Plus, you'll find a few products that our clients will love, and so will their owners. So bring your pups in and let them discover their new home away from home, the parking lot on Franklin Street in Titusville.
3:50 left to go first quarter. Mercyhurst Prep's got 3 scores on the board, 21-0. But on the positive side for Titusville, you had that last offensive series, not too bad. Titusville helped out with a 15-yard penalty, but they took advantage of that, drove it down inside the 35, and unable to convert it on the 4th down. So there was a positive to that. Trouble with the defense is that they're beating us deep, and they're beating us to the outside.
Beating us to the outside and beating us deep. And if we get into a foot race here, we're not going to win it. So we've got to stay back defensively. The defensive backs, you've got to get behind and stay behind the receivers and not let them get behind you.
Michael Bobek kicks it off. It's going to be short, and it's going to be taken by Parker Harvey at the 1-yard line. Short for him. Out across the 15, the 20, breaks to the outside, and gets it up to about the 23-yard line where he's brought down. Titusville put it in play, first down and 10 at that spot.
This is a good return by Parker Harvey. I got to be honest with you, though, the 2 lead guys from Mercyhurst Prep, right here is one. There's another one. I don't see a whole lot of effort there. If I'm coaching Mercyhurst Prep, I'm taking these 2 boys to the side and say, hey,
you want to play?
You want to play? Stick your nose in there.
Titusville have a first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 3rd possession for Titusville. We had a couple 2 or 3 and outs, and then the last possession we got a little drive going, picked up about 45, 50 yards before we stalled at the 35. We'll see what we can do this time. Doubles to the left. Now they're going to send Jacobson to the right. We'll have 3 to the right side, 1 to the left for the Rockets. Jack Garrett with Harvey in the backfield. On the snap, Garrett gives it off to Harvey. Drives straight ahead out to about the 25 and pick up about 2 in the play.
That's just a basic good running play. Get a couple of yards on it. And that's, you got to remember, you're a little short here, but a good play in football, whether it's a pass or a run, is 3 yards. If you get 3 yards of play, you're going to drive down the field and score. So that you can't. Not everything's going to go 20 yards, 50 yards for a touchdown.
2nd down and 8 for Titusville. We have doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Now we're going to send Signs in on the wing right. Now we move Signs in motion to the left. We have 3 to the left side. On the give, right straight ahead to Harvey, and he's going to be stopped for no gain, maybe a loss of 2. Didn't go very far.
No, there's 3 guys there from Mercyhurst Prep. They're making the tackle there. So we've got... your front 5, and I'm not too sure. Somebody pulls here this way. I think it's the left guard. He's going to pull to his right, but the play goes backside, and I'm not too sure that that's the way that play was designed to go.
It doesn't seem like we would pull to the right when you're going to go to the left with a guard. Unless you're trying to create a hole, get somebody to move. Titusville comes out. We'll send 3 to the right side. Nobody in the backfield now. Jacobson goes in motion to the left to keep a double tight end for Titusville. Thrown over the middle to Harvey. Oh, knocked down, and he had Harvey. somebody at the line got a hand on. I was looking downfield at Harvey, about 15 yards downfield, and he was behind the defender. That ball could have gotten there.
Well, Jack does a nice job here at the quarterback. Now watch his initial reaction. You see Jamison in motion. Look right where he looks, right there. Now everybody has reacted to that, and we've got Harvey open, and I don't know who it is. It might be Matillo, but I'm not sure. I can't read the number.
Yes,
it is Matillo that got up there and put a hand on it, knocked the pass out of the way, but we had a first down or more.
Parker Harvey now to punt. Kick is coming down the right side. It's going to hit at the Titusville 45, roll across midfield, and it'll go out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Mercyhurst Prep. So Titusville will give it over on downs, and Mercyhurst will put it back in play at their own 42-yard line. First down and 10 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 21-0 Prep on top of Titusville.
Weather changing much down there, Bill? Cooling off?
No, it's really, really nice.
Bill, did you have to change your shoes, Bill, so you don't get caught with that turf monster?
No, but it seems like it's a little damp for some reason. I don't know why. I seen Parker Harvey slip a little while ago. He had a little run-in lane and slipped.
Yeah. Well, walk slowly.
Oh, we will. Carry a big stick.
There you go. First down and 10 for the Prep, Mercyhurst Prep Lakers. Keep both ends in tight. Check that strong side left for Prep. Doubles to the right. Single back. Quarterback rolling to his right, looking deep. Got a man deep, and he overthrows him back at the Titusville 20-yard line. Bring up a second down and 10.
There again, we're just playing up. When our defensive backs start to drop, they're dropping a little flat. They're trying to go to the sidelines here. This is a reverse rollout to the right side, and the ball, we get somebody in there on the arm of the quarterback, and he overthrows it. But you can see the receiver's still getting a little bit behind our defensive backs. We've got to do a better job of dropping back and not so much to the sidelines. We're too flat.
Kind of like baseball in late innings. You want to keep the ball in front of you.
Yes.
Prep comes out with two in the backfield.
They're setting you up.
Single to the right. Put a man in motion. The ball's given off on the counter to the left side. Oh, just missed him. Out across the 45 and brought down as he's knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line by Parker Harvey.
Good defense there by Titusville. Yeah, we had good penetration. We took Jamison, came into the backfield, disrupts the time, and here's Jamison right there. But that's the one where, runs right through that exchange right there. Parker Harvey then comes out and wraps him up, and Garrett comes in to finish him off. But we're playing a little better defensively so far in this ball game.
Yeah, and that sounds kind of crazy with 1:44 to go down 21-0, but we actually are playing with a little more
energy.
Yeah, more energy out there. Brooks gives the ball off the first man across the right side. Big hole out across the 45 of Titusville, inside the 45 to the 44. Enough for the first down for the Lakers.
Now, I don't know what happened there because, if you're looking on your screens right now, you can see how big this logo is. That hole's about that big. There's just nobody there. Everybody abandoned the middle, left it wide open. I don't know if we had a stunt going on defense or what, but big opening in the middle of the defense there.
That was Halsey in the ball carrier for Prep. First down and 10 at the Titusville 44-yard line. Quarterback rolling to his left. Gets some pressure. Good snap. A good job in there by Titusville's number 55. Getting in there very quickly. That'd be Levi Nosko, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore. Thought he was going to get a sack there.
And that's a good play by he comes in. There's nobody there to block him. He comes right through. They let him go, and he does a nice job. Now, the only thing you'd like to see is run through him. Drop the shoulder pads, hit and wrap, take the quarterback down.
You always want to knock people down, Steve.
It's just the way I was brought up.
No, your mom. Montefiore comes wide to the left.
She did knock me through one screen door.
She did. Halsey takes the ball off to the right side, cuts it upfield across the 40, inside the 40 to the Titusville 35. We'll see where they spot, I think right at the 35. About a yard short of a first down. I'll bring up a third down and 1. That was a nice cut up.
It was a nice cut up, but we had played it pretty well defensively. He's trying to get to the outside and down the sidelines, and it's not there. And when he cuts up, that's when backside pressure has to flow. And we talked about that last week. Just because the ball's going away from you, you've got to flow to the ball. You got to be there when he tries to cut that back or cut it up the field so that you can make the tackle.
35 seconds left to go first quarter, 21-0 Mercyhurst Prep, if you just joined us. They'll come out of the huddle with one wide to the left. And they'll put a man in the wing. And now we have a whistle and a timeout, Mercyhurst. With 24 seconds to go, Mercyhurst Prep will take the timeout. Coach saw something he didn't like, perhaps. Time running out. I don't know. Couldn't see really what was going on there. They got out of the huddle pretty quick.
They got out of the huddle, I think, in plenty of time. I didn't see the backfield, the far back official raising his hand, who normally is the one who signifies as you got 5 seconds left on the play clock. Didn't see him raise his hand. Apparently just something he didn't like in the alignment of the play he called versus the defensive alignment Titusville had up, I guess.
We have 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 21-0 Mercyhurst if you just joined. Sounds kind of bad, but the truth is I think Titusville's playing probably better than they have the first 2 weeks in terms of intensity, Steve. And I just think they're playing fairly well out there.
Well, they are, and we have to remember that we've talked about Mercyhurst Prep and how strong this team is, and they are strong. They're big, they're strong, they got decent speed, and Titusville has realistically, we've got some mental mistakes going on that have cost us a couple of big pass plays, letting receivers behind us. But other than that, we've gone toe-to-toe with this team, and they've held their own pretty much.
3rd down and 1 as we come back out of the timeout. They got a man on the wing right, one wide to the left. The ball's going to be given on the counter to Lakita. Lakita gets to the outside. He's at the 30, missed tackle, and he spins away from another one and gets brought down at the 19-yard line. Got out of the grips, I believe, of Garrett, brought down by Vroman at the 19 of Titusville.
Well, and that's that run there. You watch here. There's a hole opening up inside there. He doesn't want to take it. They want outside. They want up the sidelines as much as they can get. And this is a good effort here by Jack Garrett to try to get him. And then DeRose comes in there with his club arm and holds on to him. That's a good job. When you're trying to tackle with one arm, that's a good job. There's a late hit.
Yeah, I thought we got in there a little bit late also. End of the first quarter, though, the ball is at the Titusville 19, and that's where the Prep Lakers will put it in play when we come back for second quarter action. 21-0, Mercyhurst Prep.
You could be my love, even if the sky is falling down. I know that we'll be safe and sound.
So many Americans struggle with finances. Starting today, State Farm is here to help, giving us all the chance to simply sit down and learn. Visit letstarttoday.com or talk to an agent.
We're safe and sound.
We got you.
Sometimes a project becomes more than just checking off your to-do list.
Behind every project is a true value, with locations in Titusville and in Franklin.
21-0 as we get the second quarter underway. First down and 10 at the 19 of Titusville for the Prep. Prep coming to the left side, checked at the right side, looking to the end zone, got a man there, and it's intercepted, coming out of the end zone and picked off by Titusville, number 12. Down in there is Tony Perez, had good position. The ball was intended for, I believe, the wideout, number 80. We'll pick up names for them in a minute, but Tony Perez makes the interception. Titusville put it in play, first down and 10. Let's see, the ball will be on their 5-yard line, so stop that drive.
But that's what you need to do. You need to step up and stop a drive, to prove to yourself, if nothing else, hey, we can do this. We can make stops. We can keep people out of the end zone. I thought maybe he was a little bit underneath there on the coverage, but ended up being in perfect position to make the interception.
So it'll be first down and 10, Titusville at their own 5-yard line. First play of the second quarter, Titusville makes the interception. We'll see what happens. Now Titusville's going to bring a man in, signs into the right tight end spot on the right side. 2 in the backfield. Ball's getting off to Harvey. Tries to break to the left side. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 1-yard line. I checked that. He's going to lose about a yard on the play as he drives it out.
That's Damon Wilcox. Wilcott, from Mercyhurst Prep, stepping up there into the hole. Now, they're not going to give you anything here. You're going to see right there, fullback does a nice job. That's Jamison picking up the first blitzer, and Wilcott's there to bring Harvey down. They're not going to let you run inside there like that. We're going to have to make something happen here.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Titusville 2nd down and 12 from their 4-yard line. Titusville will keep 2 in the backfield along with Jack Garrett. Now they'll send Jacobson in motion to the right. Ball's going to be given off to Harvey once again. He drives straight ahead outside of the 5 to about the 6-yard line. Pick up about 3 in the play to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
And that's not a bad play there by Titusville. We're picking up a little bit of yardage, trying to get him out there, playing it very safe here. We don't want to turn the ball over. Good cut by Parker Harvey this time. He sees the hole to his right side, gets out there and gets as much as he can get out of it.
3rd down 9. Titusville have trips to the right. Looking over to the coaching staff to see what Coach Hancock wants, and Coach Hancock wants a timeout. 10:29 left to go in the first half of play, 21-0. Mercyhurst Prep on top. So kind of a difficult position for Titusville to be in right now, Steve, but at the same time could have been a lot worse because we had that big pick. Bill, you were down that field watching that. Had good position on that defensive play.
Yeah, I think the ball was a little underthrown, tell you the truth, guys, but number 12, he had a nice position on there to get up and get the ball.
Well, he's been picked on a lot so far tonight, Bill. He's been beat a couple of times there on their 2 long TD passes. He let the receivers get behind him. They're not bad position.
I think the ball is a little bit underthrown. I really do.
Well, it could be, but he was in. He's within a step.
Shot.
Yeah, he's in step with the receiver, whereas the long passes, he's 5 yards away. So, and that's a new position. That's Perez there, and we haven't seen him much at that safety position. So, it's a good, quick adjustment on that young man's part.
And he's probably 2 or 3 inches too, I think.
Yeah, the receiver's a pretty good size for Prep. So. But, yeah, he did a good job playing that ball.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by the Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel.
10:29 to go in the half. Titusville have a 3rd down and 9. They're at their own 6-yard line. This coming after the interception by Perez. Now we're going to stack 3 to the right side. Parker Harvey on the right side of Jack Garrett at quarterback. Garrett's going to roll to his right. Still rolling his right. Looking to throw. Looking at a man over the middle. Oh, he pulls it down, and he's going to be thrown down at about the 3-yard line. Had a man deep, but was unable to get the pass away as Prep come in and closed in on him pretty good.
Well, he's got a couple of receivers running deep. The problem is that Jack's rolling to his right because he's a right-handed quarterback, and the receivers are on the left side of the field trying to get across there. He can't throw that thing behind or back across the middle. He just can't get enough oomph on the ball, and it'll be picked off. And the one receiver in his viewing area was a little covered. It would have been a risky throw.
Parker Harvey now will have to kick it away, and he's standing back at the deep in the end zone. Need a good snap here. 4th down for Titusville. It's a high snap. Harvey handles it, and the kick is blocked. It's going to come out and hit at the 15-yard line and go out of bounds. That check is going to roll dead at about the 17 as Titusville. Actually, that was not a very smart play on Prep's part.
No, it wasn't. Prep should have stayed away from it.
That Prep player come out and dove in the ball at the same time as Jacobson, and Titusville would have had a chance maybe to pick that up.
Yeah, that's one of those where you would really get really lucky there and have them both scrap at the ball and have Prep touch it, and it becomes a fumble.
What happened in that play is that the snap was high and took the timing away from Parker Harvey to be able to get the kickoff, and the kick was come up short.
Well, he did a nice job of bringing the thing down and just trying to get a kick away. Otherwise, it's out of the end zone, easily out of the end zone, and we're giving them 2 points plus possession again.
Jacob Brook at quarterback, rolling to his left, looking down to throw. He's going to throw to the end zone, has a man deep, and it is complete. Touchdown. I didn't see the number of the receiver. Deep in the corner of the end zone. I didn't think I thought the ball was overthrown initially, but right in the hands of Chris Motello, the tight end, I believe.
This is a good throw here. We're in position. Jack's in the right spot, just not able to fight him off for it as that ball drifts him just a little bit away from Jack.
That ball hit the turf.
But, yeah, can you back that up? I want to see if this...
Did that hit the turf, Bill?
Yes, I think it did. I really do.
Throw the red flag. Throw the red flag.
I tried. I ain't got one.
Let's take a look
Kick
here and
attempt.
see.
Babcock kicks up and good.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I thought
you're going to see it bounce right there.
It did. It hit the turf.
It's going to right there. You can see the bounce on it. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no instant replay in high school football.
Well, there is up here, but we just can't use it.
But I'm going to go down and talk to these guys. I'll be right back.
9:21 left to go in the half. 28-0. Prep on top by virtue of that touchdown pass to Chris Metella.
And this is one of the things that Coach Hancock alluded to in his pregame interview with Luke, is that we got to quit making the mistake in the high snap. And we're looking at this replay as we talk here, and it's real close. I think the ball's bouncing right there, hits the turf and comes up. I think that's an incomplete pass. That's my take on it.
Man, we're 50 yards away with a 17-inch screen.
But we have 20/10 vision with glasses and a Hubble microscope.
Hey, good job by our cameraman picking that up.
But this is one of the things we talked about. We got to eliminate mistakes. And the high snap caused the short field.
Yep, exactly. 9:21 to go in the half. 28-0.
This is where Titusville's got to stay with it. You've played well so far. Stick with it.
Yeah. Kickoff can go down the left side, and it's going to be into the end zone. And Titusville will put it in play, first down and 10 at their 20. Yeah, I was a little concerned as to they stood there and watched that ball.
Well, I knew what they were anticipating. I think Coach told them.
Bounces.
Yeah, I think Coach told them, if it's deep, let it go into the end zone. We'll take the ball to 20. And so both deep men just kind of stood there watching it in between them. But you're a little far away from it, I think. But it goes into the end zone. Titus will have the ball, first and 10 here at the 20, and hopefully get something going here to try to get some points on the board here in the first half yet.
Titus will, again, send 2 right, 2 left. They always start out pretty much in this formation. Parker Harvey in the backfield. Now they're going to send Jacobson to the left side. So we have 3, or checked it to the right side. We have 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Garrett waiting on the snap. The ball goes to Harvey. Harvey drives straight ahead, out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Good strong run for Parker Harvey. Running the ball better tonight than he did certainly from week 1.
Yeah, much better than week 1. One thing that I like what he's doing here is he's seeing things a little bit better, and watch the shoulders drop. He's getting the shoulders lower than the tackles, and he's going forward, not being tackled backwards.
Bell Creek Plastic with your instant replay. Titusville comes with 2 to the left, and again 2 to the right. Jack Garrett taking lots of time between snaps. Dropping straight back to throw, looking to the right side, throws up short, in and out of the hands of Jacobson. It was a 25. That's a drop ball. We needed that one. Would have been short of the first down. It would have brought up a third down in about 4. But
this is another thing that Coach Hancock talked about. When the ball's there, we got to make catches, and that ball is right there, the 3-1. It ends up on the turf. You can't make that. When you're struggling, these are the plays you've got to make.
Third down and 8 for Titusville. We'll send 3 to the right side now. Check that. And we're going to put Stover on the tight end side on the left. We have a double tight end in there, Steve.
Yeah, we moved Parker Harvey to the left tight end.
We ran this formation a little bit earlier. Garrett trying to bring it down. Got to get a block. He gets the block, comes across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Not going to be quite enough for a first down, but...
Yeah, I'd like to see this again here. I think we've got a flag possible that's not going to get called. And this is just a straight. We're going to sweep this thing. We're going to try to create this here. Snap to the right of him. He brings it back. And so if it is a pass, it's blown off right off the snap. Now watch coming in here late. There's the block we needed. Just need to get a little better block. And there is the penalty. Should have been called and wasn't called. That's 24 coming in there from Mercyhurst Prep, making helmet-to-helmet contact. That should have been a flag.
4th down and 1 Titus, so they're going to go for it. At their own 34, Garrett drives straight ahead, and he gets the push. Did he get across the 30? Looks to me like the line judge on this side says he's at the 30. We'll see where they spot, and I believe he did get it. They're going to move it right at the 30-yard line. It should be a first down. And it is. First down and 10, Titusville picked up the 1. So Gamble worked for Titusville. First down and 10, Titusville at their own 30-yard line.
There's a big difference there with Zadarko in there as opposed to having him miss. You've got him at the center position.
6'2", 200-pound center for Titusville. Titusville put 2 to the left, 2 to the right once again. Now they're going to move Jacobson again in motion to the right side. And they're going to stack him behind the slot man on the right side. Garrett looking to throw, comes straight back, pulls it down, wants to get up across the middle, and he's going to be out to about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 as he pulled it down and tried to come up the middle. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Watch the left tackle here on this play. You're going to see the 24. He's a linebacker. The tackle has to get out there and make that block, and that's a good job there by Titusville's tackle. I'm missing the number on him, 76.
Steve Partridge.
Stephen Partridge. That's a good pickup on that play there.
2 to the right, and again, we're going to shift and move Jacobson over. They're going to stack 3 on the right side. Keep a single to the left. The 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets. And it's going to be a quick over the middle, and the ball again knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think it's number 8. Desmar Polk gets his hand up there and knocks it down on that quick slant route. The Titusville's trying to get something open up out of the trips, and it's there. You can see it's Jamison. That was really close by Luchetto to being pass interference.
6:34 to go in the second quarter. 3rd down and 10, Titusville. Doubles both sides for the Rockets. And they're going to stay that way, it appears. Been shifting. Garrett dropping straight back to throw. Wants to go deep. Now he comes up short, and it is complete. Out there to Palma. And it'll be just short of the first down. It's about the 39-yard line. Bring up a 4th down play. Imagine we went for it the last time. I would suspect Mr. Hancock's going to try it again.
This is a good route here by Palma. You're going to see him down here. He's going to run. You see the defensive back's hips open up to run with him, and then all of a sudden he breaks it off short and does a nice job of making the catch.
So bring up a 4th down and a long 1 for Titusville. We'll see what Titusville has in the playbook for this 4th down play. Had a quarterback sneak last time, but it's a little bit further than the last series.
We're working on Boston, the Red Sox technology to try to figure out what they're calling.
On the snap, Garrett's going to keep it. He's going to cross the 40, get across there. And he does. Cross the 40 to about the 41, be enough for the first down.
Mercyhurst Prep gambled on that one and tried to, he's referring to the Apple Watch signal stealing in baseball. It's, that minor sport.
I did hear that.
I apologize to the baseball fans. But a good job here. They send people on the right side flushing Jack, and Jack does a nice job of finding that first down yardage that we needed to keep the drive alive. Good job there by Jack Garrett.
Cage Sutton in the ballgame for Titusville, 5'9", 265-pound sophomore. Had a good block in that play from his guard position. Garrett looking to throw to the right side. Gets a spin to Harvey. Harvey across the 40 to about the 41-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, but good pass and catch by Harvey.
One of the things with the Titusville offense we've seen so far in this first half is we're executing things a little bit better than we have in the past 2 weeks. And it's been a promising first half for Titusville. I know we're down 28-0, but this has been really kind of an enjoyable half of football to watch from the Titusville standpoint.
Titusville will send Perez wide to the left. Got a man in the slot left, 2 to the right. 2nd down and 10 play, 4:52 to go. Palmer now goes, and they're going to stack 3 to the right side. Harvey now goes to the right side of Garrett in the backfield. Palmer comes back to the left in motion. Looking deep. Garrett's going to throw over the middle, and it's almost intercepted out at about the 49-yard line of Mercyhurst Prep. Looking for Ryan Sines there.
And if Ryan had just looked real quick, as Jack, you're going to see Jack roll to the right here. Ryan's defender is in front of him. He's got to step on him. He's going to roll here to the right, flushed a little bit. Right now is when he should have broke. While Jack's still getting ready to throw that, he's got a man deep. If Ryan Sines just turns and goes deep, the defender had turned his back to him, we'd have had a guy open deep.
4:33 to go, first half. 3rd down and 10, Titusville. Ball's at their own 41-yard line. Titusville have 3 to the left side on this 3rd down play. Garrett looking over the middle, has a man there. Oh, in and out of the hands of Signs at the 49. Thought we had that one too.
We had a chance there for a first down. Just a little bit behind him maybe, but a very catchable ball here. And again, these are the plays that the good teams just seem to be able to make. And the struggling teams, they just seem to slide through their hands. And Titusville's struggling right now in this season of football so far.
So to bring up a 4th down and 10, the ball is at the Rocket 41, and Coach Hancock decides this time we're going to kick it away since it's not 4th down and short. Parker Harvey will get the kick away from about his 28-yard line. Check. Double coverage back for Prep. Good snap. Kick's coming to the right side. They're kicking away from the returners, and it rolls down inside the 20, 15, and now it's going to roll back out to about the 15-yard line, and that's where it'll be put in play. 1st down and 10. Good punt.
Yeah, very good punt. We get a good roll out of that. And again, I'm a little bit surprised with Mercyhurst just kind of nonchalantly back there. I mean, I realize in their minds, hey, it's 28-0, we're in control, but stranger things have happened. And that's just a fundamental mistake there. You got to get to the football.
Well, you know, one of the things that happens with teams, whether you're in front by 28 or down 28, you start playing a little bit lackadaisical and you develop a habit. And that's going to catch you sometime in a tight ball game because you've developed this habit of letting up at about the last 4 minutes of the first half.
You know, just a quick reminder to Mercyhurst Prep, you have Hickory, you have Sharon, you've got Slippery Rock on your horizon in the postseason.
1st down and 10, Prep. Ball goes off the tailback to the left side, breaks one tackle, and comes out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. Brought down in there by Mr. DeRose.
It's a nice job there, but we're going to get Vroman coming in here. He's going to sneak in on the left side of the defense into the backfield and get a hand on the running back. That's a good job by Vroman, who's playing linebacker for Titusville, and forces him outside of the hole back into the middle where we can get some help making the tackle.
Pick up a 7 on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 3 at the 23 of Prep. Prep on the snap. Oh, quarterback went the wrong way. Now he hands it off, and we got a man coming to the left side. We can break it. Oh, he gets out to the outside, the 35, the 40, the 50, 45, 40, and breaks the tackle at the 25 and brought down at the Titusville 20. Broken play goes for about 60. Unbelievable.
Well, we've seen this happen time and time again at all levels where a broken play all of a sudden goes big. And this is just a simple fact that we just didn't quite have the foot speed to catch him. We're in position there, but Garrett can't quite get there. He's running by a couple of people. Good hustle here by Titusville. They don't give up on it. I didn't see a face mask, although they may have. I didn't see one, but
I thought Perez may have got the face mask.
I think he got the front of the jersey.
Could be.
Got the front of the jersey, and that's good hustle. You know, Titusville, you're doing what you can. So far, I'm happy with the effort we're seeing.
Yeah, well, Parker Harvey, I was just going to say, he came from his linebacker spot, cleared downfield to make that tackle after he got beat on the one side. 1st down and 10. Ball goes to tailback, coming to the right side, trying to get outside. Harvey's trying to get it there. Out to the 10 and knocked out of bounds at about the 7 is the running back for Prep.
That's Perez again on the tackle, getting out there from his safety position.
And I'm going to say that was Mr. Halsley again.
These two running backs that they run, Halsley and what's the other ones? Khalil.
Yeah, Khalil.
Are good running backs. They're not what I would call speedy backs. They're not overly fast, but they're good sized and they know what they're doing.
Desmar Polk is into the backfield now, and he gets the ball off the left side. Cuts it up the middle, nobody there, drives straight ahead, in for the touchdown. He's 6'1", 205, and he saw the hole, cut it up the middle, and was hit at the 1-yard line, but carries it all into the end zone.
Well, here's the thing, and everybody makes a big deal over a running back that's runs somebody over at the end zone. Isn't that powerful? Well, he's running. That's Perez coming up there, and Perez is stationary.
Yeah.
If my running back doesn't win that battle, he's not my running back anymore.
Oil Creek Plastics with our instant replay as Babcock gets the snap, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:48 left to go in the first half, 35-0. Mercyhurst Prep on top of the Titusville Rockets.
Bayless Fuel in Titusville carries a full line of automotive and truck maintenance supplies, like Wix filters, the best performing, most reliable filters in the world. Interstate Batteries, the #1 replacement brand battery in North America. Bayless Fuel also carries motor oils, greases, and specialty lubricants, like hydraulic oils, transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and more. Let the friendly staff find the right product for the job at hand. Bayless Fuel on South Brown Street in Titusville.
Farmers National Bank has always been committed to the communities they serve. It's part of our mission to remain an independent community bank where the art of a handshake has not been lost. We continue to strive to offer the highest standard in industry competitive products and services. We act not only to benefit the bank, but our customers, businesses, communities, and our employees, because we know our employees pride themselves in their work and serving their communities. When you invest with us, you can be proud to know that we're investing it right back, and that's the way it should be. We're Farmers National Bank. Go Rockets!
2:48 to go in the first half. 35-0 Prep on top as they get set to kick off to the Titusville Rockets. Standing back deep, Harvey at the 5 along with Paulman at the 5. As Babcock gets set to kick off. Most of the kickoffs, in fact all the kickoffs have gone into the end zone so far this evening. And this one's no different. It's going to go into the end zone also. So it'll be first down 10, Titusville to 20. They got a good kicking game. We mentioned that in the pregame show, Steve. We were watching them warm up. And
well, what was really disheartening almost was they got two kids that can kick the ball well.
Yeah, that's right, they did. And they were, let's see, the other one was Polk. They were both kicking about 40-yard field goals. And Babcock has a really strong leg. I think he has a future someplace.
He should have a future someplace. He does. I mean, he's consistent with his kickoff. It's none of these are flukes because they're all 3 to 5 yards deep in the end zone. Just about every kickoff he's made tonight. He's
195-pound, 5'11" senior, so he muscles up a little bit. He's going to have a pretty strong leg. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Titusville. See if we can get something going here. First and 10 at the 20. Now they're going to bring Signs into the backfield along with Parker Harvey. One on each side of Garrett. Put Jacobson in motion to the right. Ball's given off to Harvey. He drives across the right side, maybe pick up a 1 or 2 on the play. Still trying to pound that middle.
Still trying to work the middle there with our offensive line. We just can't seem to get quite enough push. Although we are, we're not doing badly here. We're getting a decent push up front here. We just can't quite get them out of the way. There's just a little too many of them.
Crick and Dunlap on that side for Titusville on the line, and they're doing a pretty good job. Titusville once again now second down and 8. They're going to send Jacobson to the right, and they're going to stack him 3 on the right side. Now they're going to send Parker Harvey to the right. Harvey's breaking down on the roll. Garrett's going to try to throw it up short, and it comes in complete at the 30-yard line.
Jack had pressure right off the bat here. They're going to bring the guy off the right end. The right outside linebacker to Jack's left is going to come. He's going to come untouched right there. And Jack does a nice job of getting away from him and trying to find somebody and throws the ball just a little bit behind Ryan Signs there. But when you're running for your life, it's hard to get the ball in the numbers.
It certainly is. 35-0. Prep on top with 1:56 to go in a half. Titusville has 2 right, 2 left once again. Harvey on the left side of Jack Garrett. Now they put a man in motion. That'll be Signs coming to the left. Garrett looking to throw, looking down the middle. He's got pressure once again, and he's going to get sacked. Going to be tossed for about a 3-yard loss inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down punt situation for Titusville. 1:46 to go here in the first half. 35-0 Prep, and they're about to get the ball once again as Prep stops the clock to get this possession in.
We had an opportunity. If we could have just given Jack maybe another second or so. We had some guys breaking free in the secondary. I think there's opportunity there, but I think we've got to get into those routes a little quicker from the wideouts and the slot receivers. And the other thing I've noticed a little bit here is they're running their routes. They got to get their heads turned a little quicker. I think Jack a couple times has been ready to throw the ball, but the receivers' heads aren't turning, and he's got to learn to. You got to trust your receiver's going to turn around and throw that thing where they're going to be, and we've got to turn our heads just a little bit so that Jack knows we're ready to catch a ball.
Parker Harvey will go back to punt. He'll stand at the 5-yard line. And they have doubles back. Khalil Barnes is one. I can't see the far side who it might be. They're standing back at the 50-yard line. Pretty good snap. And the kick's going to come down the left side. Checked at the right side. Picked up by Barnes at the 45. He's at the 40. Cuts it back to the middle of the field at the 35. Yeah. And ties for another 3 flags. Yeah, 2 or 3 flags down there. Tackle was made out at the 35-yard line of Titusville.
The first thing is, I think Mr. Barnes got a talking to after that last punt. Get your butt over there and get the ball. He does this, and we missed there, but you're going to see a block right there in the back there at the numbers 30. Can't see who he was. Titusville's Sebastian Peterson gets blocked in the back here at about the 30, but does a nice job, gets back up and in on the tackle. But Titusville's going to have, Prep's going to have to take about 15 yards off this, where the spot is right now.
Well, 2 flags, wouldn't that be 30?
Yeah, it would be, but they won't do the math. I keep arguing that.
Bill, you got to talk to him down there. That's what we sent you down there for.
Hey, guys, did you see this side judge throw that flag?
No.
He threw it about from the 10-yard line out to about the 35. And when he walked by me, I said, how come why didn't you throw it just a little closer to that touchdown that guy dropped?
Well, if he throws that well, maybe the Patriots will sign him.
Well, he should have threw it on the touchdown.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get that in his head. He gave me a dirty look.
It'll be first down and 10. After the penalty, the ball comes out to the 44-yard line of Titusville for Mercyhurst Prep. They'll send 2 to the left, 1 to the right. A little different formation. You got 2 in the backfield, split beside the quarterback. Looking to the left side. Ball's going to be thrown up short, and it's going to go to Metello. Metello is going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line. Pick up about 12 in the play.
Jack Garrett coming up out of the off the coverage to make the tackle.
So the ball is spotted at the 32-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for Mercyhurst Prep. Again, they'll send Wise to the right. That'll be Lakita, wide to the right. Quarterback's rolling right. Brooks looking downfield, still looking. Throws it up short to Lakita at the 25. He turns inside, and he's going to be hit. And Lucci DeRose brings him down from behind, along with, I believe that is Perez once again, comes up. Stops him at about the 17-yard line.
It's a flag on the play. I didn't see what was called.
I didn't see the flag.
But this is a good job. Now, Lucetta does a nice route here because Parker Harvey turns his hips thinking the young man was going deep, and he breaks it off and makes the catch.
Run that again, can you, Luke? I think you're going to see if this is what I saw is blocking the back here right at the end of the play. I'm surprised they threw it. So far.
Here it comes. Here's DeRose hustling in on making the tackle, and yeah, that's. I tell you, you know what? That's somewhat cheap there. He's way out of the play.
Yeah, Mercyhurst coach is talking to the officials about it.
He may disagree with me, but
that brings up a.
He can join the list.
Yeah. We'll put his name on the list.
Going to throw to the left side.
There it is.
And overthrows Lakita over at the 20, checked at the 17-yard line. Brings up a second down.
For a minute there, I thought maybe he was going to try to force that ball in there because Parker Harvey was sitting on it. And if he tries to hit him close, I think Parker's got a chance to step in there and get an interception. The second one for Titusville tonight.
About all I could see was a steel beam in my way here. 50 seconds left to go in the half. 35-0 Prep.
Did you ever notice, Luke, there's always an excuse?
Oh, shush. I'm going to ride back with you, Luke.
Good.
I'm going to tell your mom. Second down and 6.
I'm telling you, I want to do the Bodemer Thanksgiving dinner
there it is.
TV special.
Got a man going deep, throwing for the end zone, and he overthrows it out of bounds. That was a nice catch, though.
It was a nice catch. And not a bad throw, but Titusville had a little bit of pressure on the quarterback that time. That's a long, that's a ways down there. It took a while for the quarterback to decide to throw the ball. We had some people in his line of sight, I think, a little bit, caused him to throw that ball wide.
Bill, what's the atmosphere like down at the sideline there?
It's a heck of a lot better than it has been for the last 2 games, guys. I mean, Titusville, they're playing, but they're just overmatched right now, but they're playing good ball.
Yeah, they're playing hard. Two to the left now for the Prep. One to the right. Backs are split beside Brooke at quarterback.
There, nice play.
Yeah, nice play. Very nice defensive play by Titusville. Ball carrier is trying to run to the left side.
Jacobson, I'm sorry. This is a really good play. And I've watched Jacobson play here, and he's always on the outside trying to keep that outside shoulder free. Beat the blocker. The running back ran right into him. Good play there by that young man. That's how you want to play that running play.
That brings up a 4th down and 12 with 15 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
And we got a field goal attempt from the 42-yard line.
It's a 52-yard field goal if he can kick it that far.
And now there's been a timeout called on the field. I'm not too sure who called the timeout. 12 seconds left to go. 4th down and 12. The ball is spotted at the 34. The kick will get away from about the 42. So 10 yards in the end zone. And
they're going to go for the field goal, I think. He's left the tee out there. So this will be interesting. Like we said, we've watched him in warm-ups, and he was kicking 40, 45 yards. He had some room to spare. So this is a distinct possibility for this young man.
This is Michael Boback, seniors, 5'11", 195 for Prep. Yeah, he has a very strong leg, and I'm sure some schools are looking over his shoulder. Probably.
Well, if they're not, they will be after this one, because I'll guarantee you, if this goes through, this play is going to be video sent to every major college around here.
Yeah, just go to huddle and you'll see it. High snap placement. The kick is up. And the kick is
close.
Good.
Did he get it? Yes, he did.
Yep, 52-yard. Excellent kick by Boback. 52-yard field goal. That's the first I've seen one in high school in a long time, Steve.
And congratulations to this young man. I mean,
absolutely.
You got somebody who can kick a ball that far. And even under these circumstances, it's a lopsided game right now, 35-0, and so be it. But you get a kid that can get a chance to kick a 50-plus yard field goal, you got to give him his shot. He's worked as hard as anybody else in your football team, I'm sure. And you want to see that, because now you don't need it tonight maybe, but like we said before, we got to remind Mercyhurst Prep, you've got Hickory, you've got Sharon, you've got Slippery Rock, you got a lot of other teams, not necessarily up in the northern area, but in the southern regions, that you're going to have to play hard against, because they're going to put up a fight. They'll have the athletes to run with you. You need to know that you've got that kind of a kicker in your back pocket.
Great offensive thing to have. Great weapon. Had to enjoy that, Bill. Did that go over by a lot, Bill?
I just talked to the ref. It made it by about 2.5 yards.
Wow. Good kick.
That's a good kick.
Yep. And as I said, he's a young man. He's a senior, and he's only going to get stronger. And, you get to the next level, and he's a Division I kicker.
That 50-plus yards.
And you get specialty coaches out there that change the technique a little bit. And same man, Boback, to kick off to Titusville with 5 seconds. They're going to squib it. It's going to take a high bounce, and Titusville will down it at the 25-yard line with just 5 seconds left on the clock.
Not only can he kick the ball 50 yards in the air, but he can squib kick too.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm pretty sure I could do that without any practice. Have you seen the way?
You watched. Okay, here I go, old age. Pick the ball up. That would be the comment. Come on, Steve.
Steve, are you picking him up next week, or are we just leaving him?
Who am I talking about? Linus.
Lucy. The Peanuts.
Thank you.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That even hurt me.
You don't have to be smart to work here, people. Believe me.
Obviously.
Titusville going to go to the ball. Going to throw deep to Perez, intercepted by.
There's a penalty flag down. I'm not sure for what. Just make a tackle here.
Prep taking it down the sideline. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown. And there is a flag down. We'll see whether or not it's against Prep. If it is, it will nullify the touchdown. The ball was intercepted at about the 48-yard line, and Prep returned it to the end zone. The officials are meeting at the 5, and we'll see. It doesn't appear as though it's against Prep. It appears it might be against Titusville.
Well, the area it was thrown in, I think, holding, Bill?
I do believe, because he just told the sideline crew here to leave the chains alone. How else do you think he'd move them?
Well, they're going to bring the ball
back, so.
See what the official calls here. We're waiting for him to signal the booth. Personal foul. It's a personal foul against unsportsmanlike conduct. So I didn't see it, and
it's right towards the end of about the middle of the play, right in the back here. Over towards me.
Okay. So the touchdown will be called back.
And there should be, I think, one more play here. I don't think you can end on a defensive penalty. This is a big one because they're still walking. The ball's at the 26.
My goodness.
2 penalties.
Must be a double penalty.
Must be a double penalty. Must have been a live ball and a dead ball, I guess.
Boy, the penalty takes the ball down inside the 45 of Mercyhurst Prep. And totally missed that. I didn't see anything at all. But he'll give Titusville the ball first down and 10 at the Prep 44 with 1 play to go in the half.
Yeah, this will be an untimed down for the Titusville offense. So, again, you're going to take a shot to the end zone.
Yeah, do it again. Well, we'll see what Titusville comes up this time. Titusville have doubles both sides.
Offsides.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's offside. His hand's offside. Garrett looking to throw. Still looking. Going to roll to his right. Still looking. Now he's going to pull it down. He's across the line of scrimmage. And he goes out of bounds.
Oh, that's a late hit.
There's a late hit out of bounds. Yeah.
They won't throw that one.
So the first half will come to a close with Mercyhurst Prep leading 38, Titusville nothing. We'll be back with halftime talk and statistics right after these messages.
Bayless Fuel in Titusville carries a full line of automotive and truck maintenance supplies, like Wix filters, the best performing, most reliable filters in the world. Interstate Batteries, the #1 replacement brand battery in North America. Bayless Fuel also carries motor oils, greases, and specialty lubricants, like hydraulic oils, transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and more. Let the friendly staff find the right product for the job at hand. Bayless Fuel on South Brown Street in Titusville.
Farmers National Bank has always been committed to the communities they serve. It's part of our mission to remain an independent community bank where the art of a handshake has not been lost. We continue to strive to offer the highest standard in industry competitive products and services. We act not only to benefit the bank, but our customers, businesses, communities, and our employees, because we know our employees pride themselves in their work and serving their communities. When you invest with us, you can be proud to know that we're investing it right back, and that's the way it should be. We're Farmers National Bank. Go Rockets!
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our 3rd generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence. Interstate Pipe and Supply means it when we say service means business. With a knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering, we can answer your questions and fill your orders, big job or small. Covering multiple applications and industries, we're not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. We are locally owned and make it our #1 priority to keep our customers returning and happy. We have been a staple in the Titusville community for 40 plus years. Stop in today and let us service you. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year.
A stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers cannot be found. We've looked, and that's what you'll find at the parking lot in Titusville. Dogs love us because we love dogs. We do everything we can to make sure our clients, dogs, not people, are completely comfortable and happy when they come to our shop. We've worked hard to create a safe, happy, and wholesome environment for everyone. We offer grooming, daycare, and boarding. Plus, you'll find a few products that our clients will love, and so will their owners. So bring your pups in and let them discover their new home away from home, the parking lot on Franklin Street in Titusville.
And welcome back to the True Value Hardware, Wagner's Gun Tech halftime show. And we are in Erie here at halftime as the Rockets trail the Lakers 38-0. We welcome you to the halftime coverage. And guys, We're talking about the first half of play. A lot of positives coming out of the first half from the Titusville Rockets.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so when you say 38-0, but at the same time, Titusville's playing, I think, pretty well. They're playing with a lot more fire, and I'd like to see that. You can beat me, that's okay, but I don't want to beat myself, and I don't think they're doing that tonight. I think they're playing quite well in some aspects of the game. Just those little things that we make, those little mistakes that we make have kind of hurt us. But we're also getting a little bit more. We're playing a really good football team.
We look to be more aggressive than we have been the first two weeks, and that's really a positive for this team. I mean, they came out here tonight, and they've put up, their best effort to date so far in this first half. Hopefully, we come out in the second half and we build on that, and it leads for a possible future for this football team. I don't mean future years. I mean this football team. Because even if you lose tonight and you're down 0-3, you're not out of things yet.
No, you're not. And the other side of it, too, is that you play this well against some of these other ball clubs, you're going to beat them.
Okay, can you back that up? We're looking, this is the play where Titusville's going to pick up here the double penalty. We're going to see the live penalty right here. That is Parker Harvey coming across, and we have no number on the kid from Mercyhurst Prep hitting him. I think that's the first penalty. Let's see if it draws the flag. There it is. Yes, that's the penalty, and that is unnecessary. Is it against the rules? I'm not sure if it is or it isn't.
It's a safety
factor. If it's
factor.
not, it should be. There's a safety factor there, and then I think the other one, the dead ball one, I think is at the end of this when they score. I see a ball getting kicked out or thrown out or spiked or something, or the celebration drew an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Mercyhurst Prep.
The team went off the. Too far down the field as a team. I think it's probably more of a bench thing, but nonetheless.
Here again though, with Titusville tonight, so far really pleased with the effort we're seeing from our boys, and just keep it going.
Yeah, I actually come up here, Steve, thinking that I quite honestly thought Preps could probably beat Titusville. But I wasn't sure about this effort you're talking about. I thought, boy, it's going to be a long broadcast. Actually, it's fun to do this game because you have some enthusiasm out there in the ball club. They are doing some hitting, and they're correcting some of the things that they have not done well the first two games. So it's enjoyable to do, and that sounds crazy at 38-0.
Well, but it shows a little bit of life, and it's very when you're watching your ball club, and it's the one that you're tied to.
Yeah.
And they just seem lifeless and just in a funk and a haze. It gets extremely frustrating, and it's very tough to get excited about it. Tonight they've come out here. They're playing some exciting football. Yes, we've made some mistakes. We've been beat twice deep in the secondary. Okay. But those type of things are honest mistakes that as a coach I can deal with that because I can take the kid next week and I can tell him, okay, listen, we got to you got to get back deeper. Don't get so flat so that you don't get beat deep. Those type of things you can work with. But when your ball club is lifeless and just kind of blasé, as a coach, it's very tough to do.
One of the things that you've talked about the last couple of weeks, we've mentioned it in the broadcast. You've mentioned it more than I have, but somebody has to step up. Somebody has to step up. We've said that over and over again. And you look at this game tonight. You talked about Perez a couple of different times this evening. You got Lucci DeRose, who's back from came back last week, but he's playing. He's got a game under his belt. He's playing a lot harder this evening. We got a young man here. I've been watching this. I don't usually watch line play too much. I'm trying to watch the ball, and you know how difficult that is for me. Cage Sutton is a sophomore, 5'9", 265. He's filling in at tackle for an injury, playing quite well. So we have some kids in the line and in both and in the defensive backs and so on who are stepping up and playing pretty well.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is first of all, win, lose, or draw this ball game, you're going to have a good film session tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives to take from this. Yes, there's some negatives, but there's a lot of positives. I've been impressed with Jack Garrett's play quarterback tonight. He's done a little better job. He gets a little bit rushed in his throwing motion, maybe forgets to step and that sort of thing. But he's looking downfield. He's looking to make plays. And so I like that out of Jack. You're right. DeRose is being aggressive in the linebacker. We pointed out him in the way we want to tackle. And these are the things in films that you point out to your team. Listen, look at how Lucci is making the tackle. We're getting shoulders into people. Parker Harvey, I thought, has put forth a pretty good effort tonight, particularly when he's been man-on-man on wideouts in coverage on the defensive side. And it's tough sledding for him offensively. He's kept churning away. James Jameson had a nice play here, or Jacobson. I'm going to screw that up forever. And I apologize to you right now, young man, but once I name you, you're named. That's just the way it goes. But there's a lot of kids tonight. Did you can say, he's done this. The young man Perez in the secondary. There's a lot of names that we get to mention tonight, and that makes it a lot more interesting instead of who's going to come up here and make a play, who's going to stand up and say, I want to play football. And I think, with what Coach Hancock told Luke in his interview, he basically challenges kids. Who wants to play? Is you want to play, prove it to me, and I'll let you play. Yeah. And so far, we've seen some kids say, I want to play football.
End of the first half is 38-0. Mercyhurst Prep on top of the Titusville Rockets. And we're going to be coming back in a little bit. You're listening to the Titusville Rocket Halftime Show, brought to you by True Value of Titusville and Wagner's Gun Tech. We're back, and we'll get a hold of Bill down in the field and see what he has to say in his first half opinions right after these messages. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tidiute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at AndersonPhysicalTherapy.net. Whether you're a hunter, sports shooter, or collector, you'll want to come in and check out the all-new Wagner's Gun Tech. Wagner's Gun Tech is now open on State Highway 27 in Titusville, carrying a great selection of quality guns, ammunition, gun safes, and more. Wagner's Gun Tech is buying, selling, and trading firearms. They also offer expert gun repair and appraisal, and coming soon, professional gunsmithing. Wagner's friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you find just what you're looking for. Call them at 775-0688, or better yet, stop into Wagner's Gun Tech, Route 27, Titusville.
Healing Heroes is an opportunity for Armstrong and our communities to give back. We've partnered with Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs, which rescues, raises, and individually trains the highest caliber service and assistance dogs at their facility in Williston, Florida. They are then paired with veterans with disabilities such as PTSD, seizure disorders, and more. If you would like to help, visit facebook.com/ArmstrongOneWire and click the Healing Heroes tab. Together, we can unleash the power to heal.
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
And welcome back to halftime here at Erie's Stadium. And Titus was down 38-0. We've been talking about what we saw in the first half. Bill, I don't know where you're at right now. I lost track of you. Oh, you're down the sideline there. Did you have a chance to see that second flag? We saw the first flag. We thought it was on that block on Parker Harvey at that one play. Did you hear anything about the second flag?
Yeah, one was a personal foul.
Yeah.
And the other had to be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Was it on the bench, or didn't you see?
No, it was on. It was the referee from over here threw it.
Oh, okay.
So it had to be on that play.
Okay.
And he threw it kind of maybe a little early, mid-play.
Yeah, there was two flags there, and I didn't. I caught the one, and we saw it on replay on the block on Parker Harvey, but I didn't see the second flag where it came in from. So, what are your thoughts in the first half?
Well, I think Titusville has played a pretty good ball game for what they're doing. They've shown a lot. We've got a lot of good play from the line right now.
Yeah.
Defensive line, I think. We don't hear too much on the defense as far as maybe the lineman making a tackle, Jim. But I'll tell you what, the linebackers are doing a pretty good job for what they got to work with. And I think, hey, the defense have been beat deep a couple times, but Ticeville come back a little bit on, number 12 got that ball. So, hey, let's look. We're going to get the ball to start the third half, right? The third quarter?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, we get the ball. We kicked off.
One of the things Bill was talking about, the defensive line play, and then the linebackers making good plays. That means the defensive line is doing a pretty good job because the blockers aren't getting to the second tier.
They can't get to the second tier,
that's
right.
the job of the defensive play. That's Bill McCrill is down on the sideline from the Titusville Dairy Products and Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. We're bringing that to you this evening, the wireless mic. And, I've heard that comment a lot of times. If the defensive line does their job, that frees up the linebackers to make the play. So even though we don't call their names on the tackle, they're really doing their job.
Yeah, they're doing their job. And it's kind of I don't want to say a sacrifice type of situation, but that's what you do. You're giving yourself up, causing the offensive line to take one or two guys to block you, and therefore not being able to get anybody to the linebacker. That second tier frees them up to run to the ball carrier.
Would you guys be interested in little stats?
Yeah, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll pick those. Oh, we're going to stay here.
Yeah, go ahead and do that real quick. And
okay,
then
I'll give it up to Brian down here.
Oh, never mind.
Brian DeFonso.
Never mind.
No, we're going to do it.
No.
Go, Brian, go.
Well, right now, what I can say is that when Mercyhurst Prep, they have only run, according to my statistics, offensive plays, only half of the number of offensive plays that the Ticeville Rockets have run. However, what the Mercyhurst Prep has been able to do, they've been able to score on touchdown runs of 78, 45, and 7, and they got touchdown passes of 36 and 17, plus that 51-yard field goal. That brings us where we are now, Bill.
Okay, so there you have it. Our man on the field who always likes to eat when we're home. Right, Brian?
And you can read Brian's report in the Titusville Herald tomorrow morning. By the way, you can watch this game on demand probably by Monday at streammedia.tv. Final timeout, second half action is coming up next.
A stranger, crazy, or quirkier group of dog lovers cannot be found. We've looked, and that's what you'll find at the Barking Lot in Titusville. Dogs love us because we love dogs. We do everything we can to make sure our clients, dogs, not people, are completely comfortable and happy when they come to our shop. We've worked hard to create a safe, happy, and wholesome environment for everyone. We offer grooming, daycare, and boarding. Plus, you'll find a few products that our clients will love, and so will their owners. So bring your pups in and let them discover their new home away from home. The Barking Lot on Franklin Street in Titusville.
You could be my love, even if the sky is falling down. I know that we'll be safe and sound.
So many Americans struggle with finances. Starting today, State Farm is here to help, giving us all the chance to simply sit down and learn. Visit letstarttoday.com or talk to an agent.
We're safe and sound.
We got you.
Sometimes a project becomes more than just checking off your to-do list.
Behind every project is a true value, with locations in Titusville and in Franklin.
And welcome back. Second half action just moments away. Our coverage of Titusville Rocket football this season is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, by Bayless Fuel Service, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Larry's Auto Service, by True Value Hardware, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Armstrong, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by the Titusville Dairy Products Company, by Joe Taylor Ford, by Farmers National Bank, by the Titusville Area Hospital Meadville Medical Center, by the Blue Canoe Brewery, by the Titusville Moose Family Center, by the Barking Lot, by Wagner's Gun Tech, by the Oil Country Federal Credit Union, by Corky's Pizza and Subs, by Family Video, and by the Titusville Beverage Company. Third quarter, seconds away. We're going to send it back to Jim and Steve Bodemer, play-by-play and color tonight. And plenty of color in the first half, as we were pretty much saying, guys. Good play by the Titusville Rockets.
Yeah, we had a lot of color, brown and gold and black and... Yeah, it's really, it really is a good play for the Titusville Rockets. And if they can come out and keep a third and fourth quarter, second half like the first half, they can go back and build on this for Harbor Creek next week and the oncoming season. So a lot of positives out there. And I know it sounds crazy at 38-0, but still at the same time, a lot of positives.
Well, here's the hard part now facing Titusville. Let's say we're a high-powered offense, but we've turned the ball or whatever. We're down 38-0. Even if you have a high-powered offense, you're playing under the mercy rules now, which means the clock is going to run continuous. That's going to shorten this half extremely for Titusville. So any chance even, that's one of the drawbacks. I understand the mercy rule. I agree with the mercy rule, but that's one of the drawbacks of it. It limits your opportunity to try to make a amount of comeback.
Yeah, you can't, basically you can't do it.
So for Titusville, like you say, play this half the same way you did the first half. You've got something you can truly build on here for the rest of your season. Like I said, this is the toughest team we'll face in our region, and you've played them pretty well, pretty strong up front. You've matched them pretty good. You've made some mistakes that cost you touchdowns. That's okay. You can fix those. But your intensity and your desire to play has been much greater here tonight for Titusville than we've seen yet this year.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see how this carries over into, like you said, films in the morning, and then, of course, next week in practicing into the game at Harbor Creek. And we'll be up at Harbor Creek next Friday night for that football game. All set to go. Bobek will get the kick away, and it once again will go in the end zone. Michael Bobek, we might mention if you just tuned in, kicked a 51-yard field goal late in the first half, and quite an impressive young man with the leg. He's got himself a good future. And as Steve mentioned, they got a second kicker just about as good. Well, we'll see what we do this time as Thompson comes out. First down and 10. They'll have it at their 20-yard line. And we will be making a change at quarterback. And it appears as Andrew Fish will be running the offense for Titusville. He played a little bit of quarterback last week, threw the ball pretty well. Titusville will send two to the left, two to the right with Fish at quarterback with Parker Harvey at the running back. Fish looking to throw over the middle, complete to Jacobson. No, he dropped it at about the 22-yard line. And now we have a late flag.
Now this flag I'm going to disagree with.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like this one here. He tries to lay off. He makes contacts, sure. We're talking about the tackler from Mercyhurst Prep. First of all, good throw by Bish. That's got to be caught. You cannot drop that pass. Yeah. But here he comes. He sees him coming across the field, makes a nice throw. Right in the hands. You got to catch that one. Now you can see they're coming up here. And
that's a late hit.
Yeah, that is a late hit. That one could have been. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah. After looking at it a second time, I'd have thrown the flag too.
Yeah, that was a good call. Bill,
they never miss it.
What you see, Bill?
Good call.
Yeah, that's what we thought. You're closer than we are. Trips to the right for Titusville. Andrew Fish at quarterback. Now they're going to send Harvey to the left. Fish by himself in the backfield. Throws a screen to Garrett. Garrett can't quite get the block that he needed and is brought down right away, bring up a second down and 10.
The key to this wide receiver screen is the timing, and we've got to get the ball out there. Jack Garrett's running on the wide out now, and Parker Harvey, you got to catch the ball while they're blocking real quick. It's a bang-bang play, and I'm sure they just haven't had time to work on that.
Titusville has two to the right, two to the left once again. Harvey now in the backfield. Andrew Fish again at the quarterback, young sophomore for Titusville. Now Jacobson will go off to the right side. And we'll have three to the right. Fish gives the ball off to Harvey. Harvey straight off the right side. We'll pick up a couple on the play. We'll bring up a third down and 10.
we've been working that play for quite a bit there for the right side of the Titusville line. And Mercyhurst has done a nice job. It's been just about an even. We're normally getting 1, maybe 2 yards on that play.
So 3rd down and 10 for Titusville. The ball at the Titusville 35-yard line is Garrett. Comes wide to the left. Got a man slot left and doubles to the right. Now Jacobson once again is going to go to the right side. We'll have 3 to the right. Garrett by himself on the left side. Garrett looking deep. Fish rolling to his right. Got to get outside. And he is brought down. Just tripped up on the far side. And knee touches the ground clear back at the 20-yard line. Loss of about 20 on the play.
We getting a pass rush from the left side. They're sending a guy. We get a cut on the inside. Matilla now free on the outside. We've got to do a little better job of maintaining contact in the pass protection over there. That's something I'm sure Titusville's going to work on here in the upcoming week.
4th down 25, so Titusville will have to kick it away as Parker Harvey goes back and stands at his 6-yard line. Get the kickoff at about, kick away at about the 9-yard line. Doubles back for Mercyhurst Prep. Got a good snap. And the kick comes down the left side. It hits at the 45, inside the 50, the 45, and rolling. Nice turf roll that time. And it's going to come dead at the 40.5-yard line. Check that, 35.5-yard line. They're going to spot at the 36. So it'll be 1st down and 10, Mercyhurst Prep. Their first possession, second half. They'll have it at their own 36-yard line to get things going here. Leading 38-0. Again, as Steve mentioned, where you are on the mercy rule, that means the clock runs incomplete pass or not.
And once they get the change set, they'll get it ready to go. And here it goes.
Titusville still waiting for another man to come on the field. Need 11, and here he comes. Looks like Hoffmeister's coming out. At the left tackle spot. First down and 10, Prep. They put a man in motion to the left. It's Lakoti. He stops up in the wing left. Ball's given off to the tailback, straight ahead. And hit by DeRose, but not until he gets about to the 45, 46-yard line. Pick of about 5 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 5.
Here again, we've seen this before in the first half where they just come straight at us right up the middle. They're going to open a good-sized hole here up the middle and almost didn't quite get that handoff. And there's DeRose coming in to make the tackle there. Good reaction there. Gives them about a 4-yard gain.
2nd down, 5, 8 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. Ball's given off to the tailback, coming to the right side. Now he cuts it back to the left. He breaks the tackle. He's at midfield, cuts to the outside at the 45, and brought down by Parker Harvey at the Titusville 45-yard line. Good tackle by Parker.
Good tackle by Parker Harvey because I thought he had the corner. I thought he had the corner. I thought he was going to be gone on us again. You're going to see somebody come up here on this run. He's going to cut right back in here. Watch the tackler coming in here, right there. See the head drop? You can't tackle what you can't see. You got to keep your eyes up to make the tackle. Good hustle by Parker Harvey there coming back to make the tackle.
That's Khalil Barnes, who is the ball carrier for Mercyhurst Prep. Out of the huddle, Prep with the 1st down and 10 at the Titusville 45. They have a single to the right. Now they put a man in motion to the right. If the quarterback keeps, he was missed. Goes to the left side. Harvey's coming up. Harvey contains him, and Titusville comes up, puts a stop on the hurt on him at about 2-yard loss. Jacob Brooks, the quarterback.
Somebody went the wrong way there, and it looks like to me like the quarterback's not real happy about it. He's going to take a lick, and that's a good job. Parker Harvey, good angle pursuit on the tackle. Does a nice job, hold on to him, and here comes some help to finish him off. That's good gang tackling there.
2nd down and 11 for Mercyhurst Prep. The ball at the Titusville 46 now as they send a man wide to the left. Again, we're not calling too many names for Mercyhurst Prep. It's very, very difficult to see the numbers. Brook at quarterback. Gives it off the tailback, coming to the right side. You can try to get to the outside, breaks it back inside, and that is Polk, and he's going to be brought down at the Titusville 39-yard line. Pick up of about 6 on the play.
It's a good job here by Parker Harvey. He's going to force this play to turn back into the inside. We just need to get flow from the inside to the out on this play, and we can stop that a couple yards quicker here. It looks like they've got the edge, and then you come up here, and there's Harvey right there coming up and forcing that play back to the inside. Looks like Hoffmeister, who I think's just coming back into the ball game, and Perez again coming up from the safety position to make a tackle.
Third down play. Ball's going to the left side. They got a student body left.
There's a hold.
There's a hold there. Breaks it out. It's cost the 30, the 25, knocked out of bounds at about the 20. No flag. Hold on Jacobson, big time. I don't see anybody yelling from the Titusville sideline, so maybe it wasn't. Bill, you hear anything over there?
No, I look pretty good from over here, guys.
Bill, you're supposed to agree with us up here, not with him over there.
I'm sorry, I'm a little closer.
Well, we want to say goodbye to Bill. This is the last game with us.
He gets a suspension instead of Steve.
Hey, not until the 3rd of October.
5:25 to go in the third, 38-0. Prep with a drive right now. They have the ball at the Titusville 23-yard line. Lakota is in the wing to the right. The ball's coming to the right side with Barnes. Breaks to the outside. He's at the 20. Turned up inside. Good drive by Harvey again. And Titusville getting about 3 or 4 guys over here to make the hit and clean it up. But not until he picks up of about 4 or 5 on the play.
Come on, you guys. Get a
Bill? Hey, Bill.
Yes.
I noticed the weather's changed.
What's changed about it?
It's raining.
It is? I guess it is. If you don't see me on the field, I'll be somewhere else.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I would think so.
That's as bad as me not knowing peanuts.
Oh, you pansies up there. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. Signal to the left now. It's the first, check that, 2nd down and 1 for Prep. Ball's given off, double reverse. Coming across the left side. They got a man in the open, and they're going to get to the end zone. And several flags down on the play. I didn't see what the flags were. They're late coming in.
They're late, but excuse me, from where they're thrown, I would got to believe it's either a block in the back or a hold. That typically happens when you run a reverse play like this. This is play going to the right. We hand back to coming back to the left. There's a hold right there. Yeah. He was okay for a little bit. If he'd have let go, and there's a block in the back too. Same kid.
Yeah, same boy.
Number 55.
It's on Levi Nosko. They're holding his Titusville's player.
It's
like Alien.
Elaine. I give up. I give up. Anyway, it was the same young man. I think I got called for both the hold and the pull in the back. So
well, he got called the first half for penalty. It's Elaine, I think. Elaine.
He got his money worth there.
2nd down and 12. There goes our raise. Single wide to the right, single on the left side. And again, a reverse coming the other way this time. Trying to get to the outside. And the ball carrier is going to take it down to the 15, drop down at the Titusville 12-yard line. Perez up to make the hit for Titusville. And Titusville has a couple boys down on this play. Parker Harvey is one of them.
He's played a heck of a ball game, too.
And there's a flag down at the 10-yard line.
We have an opportunity right there in the middle. We just can't quite get a hold on him. Titusville's a Levi Nosko. There's a sophomore coming in there trying to make a play in the backfield. We can't quite grab him there, so he ends up getting the corner. But, nice to see, you've got 2 or 3 white jerseys coming in there to make a tackle. So we're getting people to the ball. We're just giving up a little too much yardage.
What was the call, Bill?
Looks like maybe a holding.
Yeah, it's going to go against Mercyhurst Prep. They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot here in this drive.
Well, it almost is like, because this is the same play run a different direction as the one before that.
It is.
Coach is going to run this one again. We're going to run this, kids, until we do it without a penalty, possibly.
That could be.
Guys, I don't think I'm really impressed a lot with Mercyhurst. I mean, they got some kids that they're athletic, but a lot of mistakes too.
Yeah, they're making some mistakes against us, and it's going to be a tough get-go. Steve mentioned that in the first half. Bill, they've got a lot of teams to play yet. Hickory, Sharon, and everybody in that division down that way. So they got to get out of here first.
Well, this is the thing, and this is the only reason we say that is you got to understand what we're pointing to is if I'm Mercyhurst Prep and I'm coaching Mercyhurst Prep, we're going to be okay up here. I've done my scouting for other teams in my region, and I know who's going to be tough and who's not going to be tough. But my focus is down south because you've got Hickory sitting down there who has won the district title, 6 straight years?
Yeah.
And Sharon has been probably second or third. You've got Slippery Rock in the mix as well. So my focus, though, while I want to get through my region games at, hopefully undefeated to build the confidence in my ball club, hey, let's remember what happens, postseason. We've got to make a change up there, just simple for your own regional pride. We got to win a game.
Well, the penalty to take the ball back to the Titusville 26-yard line will bring up a 2nd down and 13 for Mercyhurst Prep. Out of the huddle now, they'll send 2 backs, and they're going to run that reverse again, coming this side. They got the blocking out in front, across the 15, the 10, the 5, skips over into the end zone, touchdown, and no flags. So they ran that same reverse the same way, across this side, and number 2, that would be Polk, I believe. Now check that.
That's
Luquetta. Takes the ball in from about 23 yards out. So you were right, Steve. They're going to run that play until they run it right.
And they just did.
Took them a while.
Yeah, Oil Creek Plastic with your instant replay. Is it Oil Creek or Oil Creek?
Depends upon what kind of a mood we are in when we answer the phone.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:33 left to go in the third quarter. 44-0 Prep on top. We'll be back with the Prep kickoff right after these messages.
Let's talk business. What does yours need for communication? Whether you're a small business or a large one, Armstrong Business Solutions has the tools. From internet and telephone to high-speed fiber optic networking. Connecting multiple locations? No sweat. Conducting business on the go? We've got unified voice. As a telecommunications leader, we know what it takes to deliver the performance, reliability, and security required for business-critical IT and connectivity. Are you getting all that for what you're paying? Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
.333 to go here in the third quarter. 45-0. Prep on top of Titusville as
the rain starts to fall.
Yeah, raining pretty good right now here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Titusville has 2 deep back at the 5-yard line. Palma and Harvey. They've switched sides now. We'll see what happens. And they're going to kick it off, and it's going to go to Harvey. No, check that. It's not. It's going to be hit and roll into the end zone. It would be a touchback. And Titusville will have first down 10 to 20.
His leg might be getting a little tired.
Yeah,
that one just barely made it into the end zone there.
Oh, isn't that a shame?
That is something. Out of all the things I've seen tonight, that kicker has impressed me a lot tonight.
Yeah, I'm impressed with him, too. It's not like he's just getting under it. He's kicking that ball high in the air.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
your kickoff team has a chance to get downfield.
Yes. Yeah, it's not a line drive down to there. It's got some air underneath it. It's just he's been very, very impressive, and he's been consistent. That's the other thing, too.
Andrew Fisher, quarterback for Titusville. Parker Harvey at the running back. As Titusville comes out first down at 10 at the 20. Send a man in motion to the right. Now they have trips to the right side. Fish looks to the right. Pass is complete. Out across the 25, and he is hit and dropped. Big hit out there.
That's Khalil Barnes coming up to make the hit.
Pickup of about 5 on the play.
And this is a good throw. Gets through there. Nice job of holding on to the ball. And that is, 18. LaRoque.
Second down and 5, Titusville. Doubles to the left. Now I put a man in motion to the left. Signs. Ball's given off, first man through, driving straight ahead across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And that's where the play will be blown dead.
And that's a good power run by Parker Harvey. That's the way you want to see him run the ball. Put your shoulder down, put your head down, and punish people when they want to come up here to tackle you. He's going to make a nice read on the hole, delivers his blow there, pushes him off, and it takes 4 or 5 guys. That's what you want to see out of your power running game.
First down and 10 Titusville. Just also to let you know that Prep's still playing with the first D, so that run was against the first defense. A lot of times at this score level, you get substitutes in, not many there. Titusville now brings the defense or the tight end in tight to the left side and give the ball to Harvey, and that time he's going to maybe pick up a yard or two.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
What's that? Bring the tight end tight?
No. Your starters, if you're
well, right now
I'd be concerned about injuring one of my starters. That's all. You've had a defensive series, you've had an offensive series. You're up 48-0 with the running clock. So
with a minute 25 to go in the third quarter, my starters are off the field. They're dressed in house coats and.
Fish looking to throw deep. He's got a man breaking deep, and his pass is underthrown to Garrett and intercepted. Not really underthrown, just played well out there by the defense, and Garrett couldn't knock it down, so Prep will intercept it at their own 43-yard line.
That's Montefiore there on the interception, and you're right, maybe a little bit underthrown, but that's a jump ball that you see a lot of quarterbacks and teams throw at all levels. The defensive back just had good position on it. Jack Garrett could not come back and break it up. Good play defensively is all you can say there.
1:09 left to go in the third. I could say more, but Luke could probably push the mute button on me or something.
It's all yours, Steve.
Okay, here we go. Titusville now we're going to the defense.
I'm going to be down in the field with Bill next week, unless it's raining.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not.
Nobody wants me.
Only if you bring your horses.
Well, I could do that too. First down and 10. Prep. Gives it off the tailback, coming to the outside. Cuts it upfield at the 50, inside the 50 to the Titusville 46-yard line, 47-yard line. Close to a first down. It'll be about second down and, say, 2. Pick up 8 on the play.
There's some New Jerseys coming in there for Titusville anyway, and here they do a nice job. They're pulling a guard. We're just not getting the flow from the inside out on that. We're playing the front end of these sweeps pretty decently tonight. We just can't seem to get the flow from the inside out to make the tackle a little quicker.
Prep gives the ball off to the tailback, breaks to the outside. Nice play.
Jack Garrett does a nice job there. That's an excellent way to come up, Jack. Good angle of pursuit and gets his head across, makes the tackle, hits, wraps up, holds on to him. And Jack's going to, there he is right there. Good job. And, Mercyhurst Prep's not going to be happy with their guard who's out there and just let him run right across his face.
And that's the last play of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter with Prep leading 45-0. We'll be right back.
Farmers National Bank has always been committed to the communities they serve. It's part of our mission to remain an independent community bank where the art of a handshake has not been lost. We continue to strive to offer the highest standard in industry competitive products and services. We act not only to benefit the bank, but our customers, businesses, communities, and our employees, because we know our employees pride themselves in their work and serving their communities. When you invest with us, you can be proud to know that we're investing it right back, and that's the way it should be. We're Farmers National Bank. Go Rockets!
Interstate Pipe and Supply means it when we say service means business. With a knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering, we can answer your questions and fill your orders, big job or small. Covering multiple applications and industries, we're not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. We are locally owned and make it our #1 priority to keep our customers returning and happy. We have been a staple in the Titusville community for 40-plus years. Stop in today and let us service you. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year. The Gordon B. Gear.
First down and 10 for Mercyhurst at the 49-yard line of Titusville. High snap. It's dropped back to the 45, 35, and down back there at the 33-yard line by Mr. Brooks. First major mistake by Mercyhurst Prep this evening. So it'll be a first, check that second down and check that fourth down.
Fourth, about 20?
Yeah, fourth, about 20. And the ball is at the Prep 33-yard line.
So
punt team's coming in.
First time tonight, we'll see Mercyhurst Prep punt the ball.
And we'll see who their kicker's going to be. I believe it's number 15. No. Mercyhurst Prep's going to check that. Titusville's going to take a timeout. So Titusville takes a timeout with 11:23 left to go. That's who they signal. Maybe they signaled wrong. Was that Titusville timeout, Bill?
I think it was.
Okay. 11:23 to go in the ball game. 45-0. Prep on top of the Titusville Rockets. It's kind of funny on a rainy night like this to look out there and see these nice white jerseys. Nice turf ball.
It's not fun. It's not nice. When it rains, your jerseys that are white should be brown. They should be muddy. You should be scraping mud out of the face masks and off the. Quarterback should be looking for a dry towel. And
I smell suspension coming. Keep it coming. Keep coming, Steve.
I mean, come on. Let's be men about this.
You got to get into the 21st century football, Steve. Get out of that 1800 stuff.
If I get into 21st century football, you'll have guys kneeling on the sidelines. Let him get dirty.
And the punt is going to go off to the right side, and it's going to be a short punt. Matter of fact, it's not going to get to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to roll out of bounds at the Prep 42-yard line. So not a particularly good kick, I would say. I think I'd be right about that.
I would agree. A 9-yard punt's not really what you're looking for. No college.
I don't know. I think we were looking for it.
Well, we were bragging up their kicking game at the beginning.
No scholarship in his future.
First down and 10, Titusville. The ball will be at the 42.
And there's the comment right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take care of this Monday morning.
No scholarship in his future.
Well, as a punter, based on that one,
I guess he had a lot of pressure on him. We had 3 guys rushing him.
I guess ours with the ESPN's gone too, then, huh?
Titusville, first down and 10. They're going to bring 3 to the right side. And they're going to bring man up to the tight end position. In fact, they're going to run a balanced line, Steve. Fish looking to throw. Ball is tipped.
Number 40 again.
Mr. Mutella tipped the ball. Got that big hand up there. 6'4", 245-pound defensive end.
And again, this is, I think he sees the receiver. Just can't get it over there. We've got to get, when you've got a shorter quarterback, you got to try to keep defensive linemen at bay or at least have their hands busy protecting their legs.
Second down and 10. Titusville has 2 to the right. Garrett wide to the right. Signs now is going to go in the slot right with Palma coming into the left side. Checked at the right side. Fish is rolling to his right. Throws up short to Palma, and he's hit and knocked off his feet at about the 42-yard line.
Okay, that's another flag. There it is.
There it is.
Thank you, Mr. Official.
Those guys on the other side of the field just do not want to throw.
No, they didn't want to throw the flag, Bill. You're right. And it's just, and the coach is now mad at the official for throwing the flag, but that's unsportsmanlike. He had a really good hit on Palma, and then he goes and does his little dance.
Okay, now let's take a look here real quick here. Landon Palma for Titusville. He's a 5'5", 117-pound sophomore. The young man hitting him is Jesse Lucchetta. He's a 6'3", 235-pound senior. Who should win that battle?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why are you celebrating this? You got 100 pounds on this kid. You should win this battle.
And he should draw a flag, and he did.
And the coach doesn't believe it. He's really upset.
Well, throw another flag on the coach.
Yeah, he's about 10 yards out on the field. I'm in agreement with the call. You can't have that hot dogging going on out there. That's bad enough having to watch it in the NFL. I don't want to see it in college ball.
The lead official now is telling the head coach, hey, listen, I've had enough. He's getting warned. Reach for the flag. Reach for the flag. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, you said one too many things. And there going to be another 15 yards against the coach.
He's going to warn him one last time, and he's going to escort him to the side, to the locker room. And
unbelievable.
There's no.
You're up 45-0.
I can't understand why you're mad at the call. I'd be more mad at my kid for doing it.
Well, and go back to our conversation a few minutes ago. I don't know why this kid's playing.
Right, again.
He's a starter.
That's
He's
right.
one of your starters. In fact, you got all your starters out there right now.
And it's getting to a point where you want to say, fellas, for Mercyhurst Prep, you've got a rude awakening coming your way here. you're starting to let your press and stuff get away with it. And here, I guess this is the difference between the big cities and the smaller cities. I just don't find this impressive at all.
Yeah, I'm not at all impressed. Not at all impressed now. Another 15-yard penalty takes the ball down to the 13-yard line. Best thing we can do now is put it in the end zone.
If you expect your team to lose with pride, I expect you to win with dignity.
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
haven't done that.
No, I'm not impressed at all.
That's why I said I wasn't impressed with this team.
Well, I'm not. You're right. I'm not tonight. Not this last 5 minutes. Ball over the middle. Pass goes incomplete at the 5-yard line.
I'm not too sure where he was throwing now. Was that Palmer trying to come across the middle and couldn't get there?
I believe so, yeah.
Because there wasn't anybody when it hit the ground. And that's the other problem you're going to get into now. The rain's falling. The ball's going to get a little wet. It's going to be a little hard to grip in there. And it just came to.
Went the other way.
Yeah, it looked like he did go the other way.
Hey, guys, you're talking about that Landon Palma?
Yeah.
I was talking to his mother this week, and he doesn't even come close to 118 pounds.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. He's pretty small out there. Fish dropping back to throw. Over the middle, pass is complete to the outside.
There's a face mask.
And the face mask, but there's a flag.
Is there one? I didn't see a flag.
Oh, I thought they
thrown.
did. I thought they threw it.
It looks like it. Now, maybe he doesn't have it. We can't really see from our vantage point whether or not he gets it. This is a good throw here by Bish. He does a nice job getting it out there. We're going to see there. Oh, the way that head's jerked around there. I got to believe he had a face mask. Not called, but and there's.
I haven't seen anybody call anything on that side of the sideline, guys.
They're afraid of the coach.
Could be.
That could be that last argument.
Fish dropping back to throw. Looks into the corner and timing play didn't work.
Well, I'm not too sure of what we've got. Some new kids out there in a wide-out position here coming in the second half of this ball game. Just not sure of the routes because we look to be a little.
That was Signs.
I think Bish was looking for one route. Signs was running one route, and I don't know who the other receiver is out there. I can't see the number.
Is that Jack?
Palma maybe out there too. Just seemed to be a little bit confusion on the wideouts as to who was to cross where and how. But
well, it brings up a 4th down and 7. The ball's at the 11-yard line of Mercyhurst Prep.
I think we go for this.
Oh, they'll go for it. Unless we can bore their kicker.
Yeah.
Who has been the highlight for Mercyhurst Prep. Trips to the left side. Harvey stays in the backfield with Fish. Andrew looking to throw. Still looking over the middle. Pass is complete. Oh, in and out of the hands of Stover. Oh, I thought he had that. And just dropped the ball. Larry Stover. And would have had probably enough of the first down.
Pretty close to the first down, if not. But you needed the first down there. But there again, the ball, not a badly thrown ball. Again, though, I don't like the route where you've got Ryan Signs right in front of the back receiver there. And they're only 5 to 7 yards apart. There you see it from our Oil Creek Plastics replay.
First down and 10 for Mercyhurst Prep as they take over on downs at their own 11-yard line with 7:15 left to go in the ball game. They'll send a wide out to the right. I think we have some subs in here for Prep. Not real sure. I see some of the starters standing on the sideline. Ball's getting off the tailback straight ahead. He's met at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play there.
And dropped at about the 10-yard line.
See DeRose coming in there and 54 for Titusville. I think he's a new player in.
That's
Joseph Jacobson. Yeah, 6'2", 220 freshman. So that's a promising play there by that young man.
This is Titusville Rocket football on Stream TV at streammedia.tv and on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network, WTIV Titusville, WFRA Franklin.
Ball's getting off the tailback, cuts it back. Rose is the first one. Lucci hits him first. He drives it out to about the 16-yard line. They're bringing up a 3rd down and probably 6 or 7.
Garrett and Dunlap also in on the tackle. So, the other thing that we've talked about a little bit is that we're not seeing enough white shirts or enough Titusville players around ball carriers. Tonight we've seen a good job, a better job, I should say, of pursuit and gang tackle.
3rd down and 5 for Mercyhurst Prep at their own 16-yard line. Two in the backfield. Low snap. Ball's getting off the tailback. Big hole out across the 15, the 20, the 22. Yeah, he broke the last tackle. He's a loose. He's at the 45, the 40 of Titusville, the 35, and nobody's going to get him. And he'll take the ball to the house. And there should be a flag there.
And there will be.
There's another.
That's
ridiculous.
That's Barnes, Khalid Barnes.
And that's the starter. And
yeah, he's a starter.
You know, I guess it is what it is. I guess up here, that's all we're worried about, is making sure we look good, not understanding just how bad it is you are looking. I'm watching the young man come back. Not a single coach has said a word to him.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And the sad thing about this really is, if you watch the replay there and you see early on you've got Lucci DeRose coming in there to make a tackle with 2 arms. This young man's not getting his touchdown, but because of that arm, it's hard to wrap up and hold with 1 arm. He gets free and breaks it loose. But
Steve, are they bitter from last year? At all?
I mean, there could be a lot of that to say, and I don't understand it. Titusville has never, even last year, did we ever run it up? I mean, we beat this team by a touchdown last year, 35-28. We showed the score at the beginning of this game.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's just the attitude of this team over there.
Well,
I really do. I mean,
it's not the team. It's to me, Bill.
It's also the
leadership. It's the
coach's
staff.
responsibility.
And I just don't think you know.
There's no class with him.
You just shouldn't. This just shouldn't happen. And I'm sure, I'm sure Coach Hancock will have a message.
Well,
for them when you do that.
You and I talked about this coming up, Steve. Steelers open up Sunday. And I'm sick and tired of the stuff that's going on in football and pro sports in general, quite frankly. Not that you don't want a commentary right now, but or an editorial, but this is just a push the button, Luke. This is just
don't, because I'll just pick it up, and you don't want me to do it.
Celebrations should be stopped.
Well, it's just a fallout from what these kids are seeing on TV and so on.
Here's my
and
thing.
Nobody's disciplining them down here.
My thing on it, Bill, is this: a celebration is okay. A display of honest emotion is okay. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to take it out of any sport whatsoever. But a demonstration of emotion is something completely different. And that's what we're seeing right now, is demonstrations of emotion and not displays of real emotion.
Yeah, I'm not at all impressed.
And that's our soapbox for tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All comments.
Direct email, jbyatahe@gmail.com. I don't care. I don't like it. 52-0 Prep. State kickoff. And the kick is going to be taken by Parker Harvey at the, he still got the 6-yard line after a 15-yard penalty. He's out across the 30, the 35, and hit at the 35 and dropped. I will say one thing about the kids. We've been beating up on the Mercyhurst Prep kids, but when they hit hard. They're tackling pretty hard.
They are
tackling
the second
hard.
Man in. And that's what we've talked about, too.
And that's okay.
The second guy coming in there is delivering blows. Yeah. Titusville's starting to do that. Just haven't quite gotten there yet. Of course, there's also a difference between a 117-pounder coming in there and making the second hit as opposed to a 230-pounder coming in there and making that hit, too. So size helps, obviously, in that. But, yeah, I will give them credit for that. They do come in there and they will hit you.
First down and 10, Titusville at their own 35-yard line. Nice return by Parker Harvey. We've had several kids step up here tonight, Steve.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting choice here for player of the game.
Yeah. Titusville now getting personnel out on the field.
And this is a sophomore they've got coming out here, Ryan Bish.
Yeah. So we have trips to the right. Andrew Fish, sophomore quarterback, gives the ball off to Harvey, drives straight through, and picks up about 3 on the play off the left side of the Titusville line. Bring up a 2nd down 7.
And again, we talked about this earlier. This is a successful football play, 3 yards, and you can drive down the field. That's all you need on each play is 3 yards.
4:45 left to go in the ball game. Trips to the right for Titusville. They stack them now. Far to the right, single to the left. Harvey again at the running back with Fish. The ball's given off to Harvey once again.
Take a look there.
Nothing.
Yeah, we've got a young man there, Austin Crick, just missed his guy. That's the man that makes the tackle there. Just not quite. I don't know whether he didn't get on the right snap count or what, but he was beat pretty bad there.
Brings up 3rd down and about 8. With 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Titusville now stacks their wideouts on both sides in tight. Fish looking to throw, still looking, going to throw over the middle and throws it high, almost picked off. Trying to hit Stover coming across the middle at about the 42-yard line, but the pass just a little bit high.
Yeah, just a little bit. That's just, Titusville here now it's just trying to make a play here, trying to keep the drive alive, try to keep the ball. Got away maybe with a little bit of a hold there, too, on that. But that's Nate Helsley. Now, that's a sophomore, 6'3", 170 sophomore that let the ball slip through his hands. It'd be interesting to see what Coach Hancock wants to do here.
Yeah, we got a 4th down. And
yeah, he's going to punt the ball.
I look at the scoreboard. It says 2nd down and 8. 4th down and 8 for Titusville with about 3 minutes left to go in the ball game.
You want to throw a jab at him? That's probably the down and distance at the Cathedral Prep game.
Could be. And we have a timeout on the field with 3:03 left to go in the ball game. As Titusville is going to go into a punt formation and have to kick it away.
Well, it's 52-0. And and anybody who just turns this on right now is going to say these guys are really off their rocker. So far, out of the first 3 ball games Titusville's had, this has been their best.
Yeah, it has been, and there's a lot of positive things coming out of it, and it sounds kind of crazy, but you're absolutely right. It's been the best effort.
Well, here's another thing on top of what all we've talked about tonight. The other thing that I really like about what they've done tonight is they've maintained composure tonight.
Yeah.
It would have been very easy to start taking cheap shots and try to match annex to annex with what's gone on.
We saw a little bit of that last week.
We did. Mm-hmm. And tonight they have maintained their composure. They've blown it off and dug down and kept trying to do to play football, and I'm really impressed with tonight's performance so far from Titusville.
Going to punt formation, Andrew Fish, the quarterback, will be the long snapper. Parker Harvey, we're doing the punting. Pretty good snap. Kick is going to go and hit at the 40, roll down inside and picked off at the 30. The ball carrier coming out across the right side. He's going to try to get the corner. Gets a good block. He's inside the 45-yard line, brings it out to the 47. Yeah, that was a good block.
Yeah, there wasn't anything wrong with that. We could see it coming up here, of course.
Yeah, you could.
That's Sebastian Peterson on the tackle.
I think that's where the whoa came from. It's like,
yeah, you know it's coming. And if you're a football fan, you've seen these blocks at one point or time. There's a flag down.
Oh, there is a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag back to 35.
That's about where that block was.
That's the block, guys.
Personal foul.
I didn't think
now the block I'm talking about is the one over here.
Yeah,
I didn't see him. I'd like to see.
On 55?
No, I didn't catch the numbers. I just couldn't quite see the number on it. We'll replay it. We'll rerun it if we have it. We don't have it.
I think it was 55.
Our producer's finger slipped on the button with the rain, and so we don't have it.
I was busy going, whoa.
Well, that's another one.
But yeah, I didn't think the block was bad.
No,
I mean, he could have really laid the one I was watching anyway. Could have really laid the guy out.
What side of the field was that call made on?
That side.
On the Mercyhurst side.
The flag come from your side, though, Bill?
Yep.
Yeah. Again, Bill, interesting, Bill. You're exactly right. Every flag we've seen tonight has come from your side, the Rocket side of the field. Nothing on the Mercyhurst sideline other than the personal foul on the coach.
The interference down here and stuff.
Well, that was a celebration there in that one on a touchdown. You mean?
First down and 10 prep. They come up the right side.
Ooh, nice job.
Nice job.
I can't. His numbers, jerseys all.
61.
61 or 50? I think that's Dunlap, isn't it? 51.
That's 51.
Dunlap. Okay, Caleb Dunlap. Watch this. I can't get you off of me, but I'll run you into your running back.
Oh, nice
job, Caleb Dunlap.
Second down 12 with 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Ball's at the 18 of prep. They send one wide to the right.
Let's go!
Keep the backs in with the quarterback. Everything's out of shotgun. On the snap, given to the tailback, coming off the left side. And he'll get out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Tassel trying to strip the ball at the same time. Ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line.
Quite a few kids in there from Titusville. Again, we've talked about it a little bit here. The gang tackling that Titusville's done tonight has been a lot better than what we've seen in weeks 1 and 2.
Brings up a third down and 6 for Mercyhurst. They'll send a wide out to the left. Ball's going to the right. And the ball carrier is going to be hit and dropped at the 25-yard line. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. It brings up a 4th down and 5. My guess is they'll run a play here and not punt it. Just because of the time situation.
Yeah, there's the whistle there. So.
But you don't know with this team, Jim.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, they got the tailback back a little ways. He's going to get the ball. He's going to come to the outside, and he's going to be brought down to 26. He'll not get the first down, but the time will run out.
And that's Tony Perez there.
With 29 seconds left to go in the ball game, Prep leading 52-0 as Titusville will take over on downs. So get a chance to throw one to the end zone or two. Actually, probably just one.
Well, and it wouldn't surprise me to see them just take a knee and let it run.
Could be.
It wouldn't surprise me at all to see that. Again, when you talk about a 52-0 ball game, to say this is the best you've seen your team play, and you're the team with 0 points, sounds a little bit odd. But again, that's I applaud Titusville for their effort and also for their ability to maintain composure.
Yeah, they've done very well this evening. Out Titusville, all the kids learned their arm band, so apparently they've called some kind of a play. Fish is going to play out of the shotgun, Parker Harvey, and officials stopped the play for a second. And now we're set to go. This could be the last play of the game. 18 seconds left to go in the game. And now we
got a flag.
Timeout.
No, a timeout for Mercyhurst Prep.
We got delay of game over here.
Oh, did we really?
Back about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, I see that.
Mickey's picking it up.
Yeah, that's kind of goofy. Well, the official on this side stopped the clock because of a uniform situation.
But wouldn't that, excuse me, when the official over here blows his whistle to check for a uniform on Mercyhurst Prep, wouldn't that reset the play clock?
I would think so. I really would.
Then the guy in the back throwing the flag.
Well, maybe he didn't know the whistle blew over here. He can see, but he can't hear.
Probably both.
That might explain some things.
Hey, coming up in the post-game show, we'll have the Corky's Pizza Family Video Player of the Game. Actually, I think you guys have a pool of people to go through.
Yeah,
right. We said,
there's a lot of people we can go to.
This has just been a very good ball game for Titusville, and I know it's 52-0. I haven't lost my mind yet. I'm not my father, but it has been a very good ball game for Titusville.
You're taking it well tonight, Jim.
I am doing a good job. I'm not throwing the tantrum fits. Titusville first down and 10. Fish dropping back to throw, looking deep, going to go to Harvey all by himself. Get it. Yeah, touchdown Titusville. Way to end it.
And that's a nice job there. And it was a well-thrown ball, well-done route, and you beat their starters. Understand, folks, if you're watching this is still their first-term defense in here on that. So this isn't like you're doing this to a JV squad. This is first team.
Just a wheel route.
And he beats them bad. I mean, Parker Harvey outruns them. That's the best I've seen Parker run.
Polk is the
just like throwing to a spot, isn't it, guys?
And that's Desmar Polk. It got beat bad.
Yeah.
And he is a starter, so, good job for Titusville. If nothing else, you now avoided the shutout again. And again, you're playing well, you're playing hard.
Right up to the end. So Titusville now will attempt the extra point. Parker Harvey will do the kicking. Ryan Sines is the holder. Waiting on the snap. Good snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick looks good from here. It is good. 10 seconds left to go in the ball game. Titusville down, but I guess down and out.
Pretty much.
7,
you're not going to score 7 touchdowns in 10 seconds.
I don't think so, but glad to see him get that one. That was well-deserved because of the effort that they put in here this ball game. I like what you said a little bit ago, Steve. That you have to really admire their effort here this evening, not just to end their composure, but a really good effort against the #1 team in our region, I think.
And, without a doubt. I don't think you'll see anybody. I was looking at standings earlier today. Harbor Creek is also undefeated. but they've not played here. You're going to see the play again. But Mercyhurst Prep and Harbor Creek are the only 2 undefeated teams. You got Fairview at 1-1, and I think everybody else is in the same boat Titusville is coming into this week, and that's just a nice ball laid right over the shoulder. Parker Harvey never having to break stride into that. But everybody else is in the same boat as Titusville coming into this game, 0-2. So, like we said, even going 0-3, Titusville is not out of the playoff picture yet. So and this is promising. What we've seen here tonight is promising that you can build on and possibly still qualify for the playoffs. And that would be a huge accomplishment for this team.
Throw it to a spot. He's there.
10.3 seconds left to go in the ball game. Coming up next,
and that's next week. Is the other undefeated team. I don't know how they've done tonight. I'll try to find that out. But
you got 10 seconds, Steve.
I do.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't read.
Titusville now to kick off from the 40-yard line, down 52-7. But I was really glad to see that touchdown, only to.
It gives you a reward for your effort.
Yeah, exactly. And you leave on a positive note like that offensively, and you're right, it's a reward. You played really well tonight.
Well, just in case you are wondering, Harbor Creek 42, Union City 6.
Okay. Harvey set to go. One of those squib kick. Try to get another play in here. Get their hands people up.
They're waiting for the whistle.
Now they get it. And he's going to come up short. It's going to be taken at the 35-yard line, out across the 40, and the runner is going to be brought down, and the time will run out. And that will not be the last play because they got to spot the ball and then start the clock. But for all practical purposes, that's the last play of the game.
And that was Lamy on the tackle for Titusville. And he's a sophomore, 5'7", 120-pounder.
And so
the officials are going to make a break for it.
Yeah, they're getting off the field. Final score, Harbor Creek. Mercyhurst Prep 52. I'm getting up there already. Mercyhurst Prep 52, Titusville 7. We'll be back with a wrap-up right after these messages.
The Titusville Moose Family Center number 84 is a proud supporter of Titusville Rocket Athletics. And just like in Rocket Sports, the Titusville Moose Lodge is committed to working together to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Titusville Moose Family Center contributes thousands of dollars into scholarship opportunities for area students, in addition to supporting other nonprofit entities in our own backyard. Students, get involved with your community and make a difference. Good luck, Rockets, and know we'll always be cheering for you from the Titusville Moose Family Center.
Farmers National Bank has always been committed to the communities they serve. It's part of our mission to remain an independent community bank where the art of a handshake has not been lost. We continue to strive to offer the highest standard in industry competitive products and services. We act not only to benefit the bank, but our customers, businesses, communities, and our employees, because we know our employees pride themselves in their work and serving their communities. When you invest with us, you can be proud to know that we're investing it right back, and that's the way it should be. We're Farmers National Bank. Go Rockets!
Interstate Pipe and Supply means it when we say service means business. With a knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering, we can answer your questions and fill your orders, big job or small. Covering multiple applications and industries, we're not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. We are locally owned and make it our number one priority to keep our customers returning and happy. We have been a staple in the Titusville community for 40 plus years. Stop in today and let us service you. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Family Video Post-Game Show. And there it is, Steve and Jim.
Yeah, that's a good wheel route by Parker Harvey and a very good ball by Andrew Fish and Andrew Fish, excuse me. And you got to be pleased with that, picking up that one touchdown. As you mentioned, Steve, it's a good reward for your effort.
Good, yeah, and we really are impressed with what we saw tonight, effort-wise from Titusville. It was really 1,000% better than what we've seen out of week 1 and 2, basically out of week 1 and 2 combined.
Well, Bill will get a chance to talk with Coach. You can ask him about the how he feels
about his team's effort.
Yeah.
And their execution, I thought, was probably a little better tonight. I think he'll like their execution and their effort both.
Yeah. 52-7, Mercyhurst Prep over the Titusville Rockets. We'll wait for Coach to come over to Bill, and we'll send it down in the field, and he can talk with the coach for a minute. But as Steve and I have been talking, attitude, effort, and you mentioned, Steve, execution was very good for Titusville this evening, so we got to be quite pleased with that. If they can put this all together and continue it on next week, and you're right, they could get themselves some wins this year and be a contender.
And be a contender for playoffs, yeah. And I think that's, like I said, we were an older team last year. We were senior-driven. Now here comes Coach Hancock to Bill. Bill?
Okay, Coach. Yeah. Attitude, effort.
You know, all in all, tonight I'm more proud of the kids than the previous, couple. They rose to the occasion for the most part. The score didn't again show what we could do. I think, especially the first half, we kind of stuck to a plan and but for a few things, letdowns. It wasn't too bad. They're a great athletic team. We knew that coming in. I don't think they had to do some of the other extracurricular things that they did to win a game, but that'll come back to haunt them.
Yeah, and we mentioned it tonight. We saw more out of these boys I've ever seen the last 2 games.
Absolutely, there was a lot of guts and courage there tonight. So that's I'm proud of how they responded. They didn't put their head down. They wanted to do some things towards the end, and I was proud of how they reacted. So
0-3 doesn't mean anything right now. You still got a long way to go here.
Absolutely, there's a lot of our schedule left, and we are going to get back to work tomorrow and do some more.
Hey, Bill.
So. Yeah, go ahead.
Bill, ask Coach how he feels about his team's composure. In some instances in the past, we've kind of lost our heads when people start to act the way Mercyhurst did tonight. He's got to be happy with the composure his team showed.
Sure. Guys up in the booth want to know about the composure of your team tonight. Yeah. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of harped on that at the beginning of the week. We said, that's part of their game plan with that amoeba defense, is to intimidate and get you out of your game plan. And we got a lot of young guys up on that line, and they, for the most part, held together. They missed a block or two, but they didn't, let it. They just moved on to the next play. So, a lot of courage. They did a good job there.
Okay, Coach. Well, hey, we'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, there you go, guys.
Hey, thank you, Bill. So pretty much what we're saying. Good effort by the Titusville Rockets, and Bill McCrillis once again brought to you down on the field by Titusville Dairy Products and by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. We appreciate them helping us with the wireless mic down on the field.
Yeah, it's we're going to just repeat ourselves here and over, but we are. I mean, from what we've seen in week 1 and week 2 to what we see tonight was a 180-degree turnaround on Titusville's part.
52-7 was the final score, and we'll continue with the post-game show, and we have to come up with a player of the game yet, so we'll do all that when we come back right after these messages. Stay with us.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net. net. Whether you're a hunter, sports shooter, or collector, you'll want to come in and check out the all-new Wagner's Gun Tech. Wagner's Gun Tech is now open on State Highway 27 in Titusville, carrying a great selection of quality guns, ammunition, gun safes, and more. Wagner's Gun Tech is buying, selling, and trading firearms. They also offer expert gun repair and appraisal, and coming soon, professional gunsmithing. Wagner's friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you find just what you're looking for. Call them at 775-0688, or better yet, stop into Wagner's Gun Tech, Route 27, Titusville.
Healing Heroes is an opportunity for Armstrong and our communities to give back. We've partnered with Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs, which rescues, raises, and individually trains the highest caliber service and assistance dogs at their facility in Williston, Florida. They are then paired with veterans with disabilities such as PTSD, seizure disorders, and more. If you would like to help, visit facebook.com/ArmstrongOneWire and click the Healing Heroes tab. Together, we can unleash the power to heal.
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
And welcome back to Veterans Stadium here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Final score 52-7. Mercyhurst Prep over the Titusville Rockets. And this is Corky's Pizza and Sub and Family Video post-game show. And Steve, we were talking about players of the game and this kind of thing. There's so many kids really stepped up here this evening. We were going through 5 names I think we've been talking about. So that's a nice situation to be in.
It is a nice situation to be in when you're, after weeks 1 and 2 where, you had 1, maybe 2 kids you were kind of eyeing up. Tonight, again, there was 5. I thought, again, Parker Harvey, I thought played hard for us tonight. I thought Xavier Lucci DeRose. I thought Lucci DeRose played well tonight.
I did that last year. You all laughed at me. He does it. You say nothing.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes sometimes.
It's that time of night.
Yeah. I thought tonight as well, Jack Garrett, I thought played well tonight. He had quarterback, wide receiver, and defensively. But tonight I thought the young man we thought kind of stood out a little bit. Was, I think, his first start of the season playing safety, and that was Perez. Now, we understand that he got beat twice in the first half, but one of the things also that you don't see or read about was he didn't let that get to him. He didn't put his head down. He didn't pout. He kept playing football and ends up with an interception and really some aggressive tackling on his part. So I thought Perez would be our player of the game tonight.
And I think his attitude was indicative of the whole team tonight, Bill. You asked Coach about that. The kids kept their head up. They kept their head in the game, and they played hard. And Perez was an example of that too.
Yeah, there wasn't no fancy ifs, ands, or buts about it. They played a football game, a nice football game as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we have Harbor Creek next week, and, of course, we'll be up there on the road. It's at Harbor Creek before we get back down to the friendly field of Carter Field. So I think, Steve, you're right. Tony Perez is our player of the game. I thought he played quite well, too, and is just an example of the whole team's effort this evening, even though in spite of the score 52-7.
Yeah, and again, I know, if you're listening to us and you're thinking, gee, Titusville must have won, and you find the score is 52-7 Mercyhurst. On the scoreboard, we took a beating again tonight. Just about any other category you want to look at or characteristic of a game you want to look at, Titusville was either even or ahead. And tonight, the big victory for Titusville was character.
It's one of those games, Jim. It's one of those games I think where you just had to be here to watch this.
To appreciate it. You got to appreciate it.
Well, you can take care of that by watching it. It'll be on demand Monday evening, probably, on YouTube. Just type in Rocket Football versus Mercyhurst Prep.
Or better yet, just go to our new website. We'll have it right there for you. Streammedia.tv.
Hey, I'd like to say one thing before we get out of here. Thank you, Kansas City.
A Steeler fan, I guess. So. Well, anyway, 52-7. Pardon me?
You can thank them, but understand anybody who says New England's not what they were.
I'll take it as it is. So I'll thank them.
Yeah. 13-3 is not a bad record.
No. 5 Super Bowls isn't bad.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to lose one once in a while.
Final score, 52-7. Last thing I'll say, Luke, is I'm glad I'm broadcasting for Titusville tonight and not Mercyhurst. I'm very proud of our kids. Did a great job.
Well
and
said.
Our coaching staff. So.
Well said. Hey, big thanks to all our sponsors. Wireless mic sponsor tonight included Titusville Dairy Products Company and Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. Thank you to all our sponsors for allowing us to do this each and every week. And speaking of those great sponsors, here they are. State Farm Insurance, Bayless Fuel Service, Oil Creek Plastics, Interstate Pipe and Supply, Larry's Auto Service, True Value Hardware, Anderson Physical Therapy, Armstrong, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, Titusville Dairy Products Company, Joe Taylor Ford, Farmers National Bank, Titusville Area Hospital and the Meadville Medical Center, the Blue Canoe Brewery, the Titusville Moose Family Center, the Barking Lot, Wagner's Gun Tech, Oil Country Federal Credit Union, Corky's Pizza and Subs, Family Video, and the Titusville Beverage.